Hey, welcome to New Jump City, everybody, where we recap the week in American and Japanese sequential lore. I'm your host, Christian Espinal, and joining me through Discord, it's the man, the myth, the legend. It is Joshua Gangsta Time.
But it should be called Gangsta Time.
What's good, Chris? I got an attitude, man, because you got a fucking Kansas City hat on. You know why I got an attitude? They're doing really well. You know who's not doing really well? My guys.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. I have a Cowboys hat. I just never wear it.
Oh, I wouldn't wear it. Especially if you're not a hardcore
I mean,
fan.
notice
I'm still rock my shit.
I mean, I'm not wearing the Giants right now, so you know my feelings.
Oh, man.
Also joining us through Discord is my brother, my producer. It is Edgelord Big News Brian.
What up, nerds?
Yeah. I got the new big.
You liking that new Charizard?
Yeah, I got the Big News Morgan.
Yes, sir.
Let's let the
I'm
audience
getting the recognition I deserve.
Oh, yes. Hell yeah.
I need a nickname before we so I can make a specialized job for an This is unfair. I'm the only one, but I can't give myself a nickname like a fucking tool.
All you had to do was ask, bro. Don't worry, we'll work on something.
Yeah, we'll find something.
It's gonna be very organic.
All right.
We'll cook something up at the shop, you know.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys. Oh man, we have a great show today. Lots of cool shit. We have the full lineup of manga plus World Trigger's back. Hell yeah.
Ooh.
We got 10 of Swords. We have Batman. We have so much cool shit to talk about. So let's get into the housekeeping stuff. First and foremost, plugs really quick. You could find me at the Chris Espinal on Twitter and Instagram. Joshua Cole, where can they find you?
At JD Cole _37 on the gram, and that's NY Chillin', 2 L's EN, and that's on Twitter.
Yeah. Brian, where can they find you?
They can find me at b.esp on Instagram and Twitter. You can also find me whenever I decide to stream. You can find me on twitch.tv/itspunchline. I'll stream whenever I feel like it.
Yeah. He will tweet or something beforehand to let you know when he's streaming, so follow him at b.esp. Very fun streamer to watch. You could follow the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. Follow us on Twitter because we do weekly really good chapter of the week polls. Every Sunday I put up the poll. We reveal the results on this show here. The results will surprise you. It kind of surprised me as to who won the audience RGC, but yeah, that's for you to vote for next Sunday. That's the election that really matters. Which was the best Shonen Jump manga chapter that came out this week? That's the only thing that really matters when you vote. So get into it. You can email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com for any questions, suggestions, anything you guys want to talk about. And follow our theme song guy, Drumfoo, at drum_foo. Super awesome dude. I think that's it.
Yo, that beat from last week was pretty nice, man, from your homie.
Yeah, Legato.
I like that. I was able to hear it a lot clearer when I listened to the video after the fact.
Yeah.
On our YouTube channel, it was really nice.
Well, I'll tell you this about our YouTube channel. The theme song we used last week is barely on it because we got kind of strict for that song. But check his stuff out. His name is Legato. Brian, is this like handle at Legato or something? Can I plug his stuff?
You could find him on Spotify or on Instagram, you know.
Yeah, I feel bad. We had to like swap out the songs to avoid, because like we would have been giving money to some rando musician and there's no way. There's no way.
Yeah.
It's not your song, bro.
Yeah.
It's not your song, bro.
No, it was like the sample he used in it. That weirdo would have gotten money. I called him a weird. That weirdo would have gotten money for the commercials they put on our videos. So no way. Only we make money off this podcast, YouTube.
And even then, we're not making money.
Yeah, even then, we're actually losing money.
That's my 12 cents. I mean, why don't you fucking give it to him?
That's my free 99.
That we split 3-way.
Exactly. If you're watching on YouTube, we have so many episodes on our backlog on iTunes, Spotify. We had a YouTube channel before this got taken down, so those episodes are still available, the audio versions on Spotify, iTunes, Amazon Music, wherever you listen to podcasts. We're pretty much on there. So check us out there. Links are in the description. And if you're listening on the iTunes, Spotify, subscribe to us on YouTube. We're trying to rebuild what we once had. One day we'll get there. But now that that's out of the way, let's get into the show proper. It is time to randomize.
The champ is here.
Chainsaw Man.
Oh my God! Why are we starting off so strong?
Yeah, we are on Chainsaw Man, chapter 91, Power, Power, Power. And
Yes.
yeah. My
Alternate title. Power's the best.
yeah, or alternate tower, Power, Power, Power. Because this gets sad.
Sad power.
Last we left off on Chainsaw Man, Power was offering up Denji to Makima. But then, you know what? She got all the memories of their friendship, and then she was like, you know what? Fuck you, Makima. And then just used her blood powers on her and started running away. Which is crazy, because not many devils can deny Makima whenever she asks for stuff. So even she's kind of shocked. She's like, why? Why did I defy Makima? She pretty much blitzes through all of these, like, zombie dudes that stand in her way. To the point that at the end of it all, she's just like half a body, just crawling, carrying Denji with one of her, I guess, 4 arms.
Yeah.
And, you know, she's like reminiscing. She's like, Denji can't die because Denji's my first friend.
She said first. I was like,
Yeah, kind of.
She said friend. I was like, oh, okay.
Oh, okay. Nah,
Alright.
dude.
Alright.
You know, no, Denji made sure to shut that shit down. He's like, even when she was all on top of him naked, he was like, I'm not into this. You know, he made sure. Denji wakes up in a fucking dumpster with Power just like right up there, right in his face, and he's like, Power, and she's like so happy that he's alive, and Power, Denji's basically like, Power, I've lived enough. You know, I pretty much did everything on my bucket list. I got to eat bread.
Which, you know, I'm going to go ahead and say, remember I called and said that it was very significant that all of those things were accomplished?
Yeah.
Specifically?
Yeah, he said, technically I did everything I've ever wanted to do, so it's okay if, compared to being stuck in the debt trap, it's I've lived a good life. And Power's like, dummy, you don't say that. You miss me so much that you can't do anything. And honestly, this kind of hit me hard. It was Denji was like, I do. It's true. Like, life's not worth living without my actual only friend in the world. And I'm like, oh, Denji. And then Power goes on to explain that when devils die, they were born in hell, but they don't have the same memories. They're like Digimon. They wash up on the surface, but they don't have any of the memories that they had when they died.
Oh.
Or do they? I don't know if I'm getting that fact right or wrong. I know that they come back, but I don't know if they have the memories or not. Brian, look that up. We don't pay you for nothing.
You don't pay me at all.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, she's basically like, next time we meet, it'll probably be as enemies. I won't remember you. But still, she says, find the blood devil, whoever it becomes. So that, you know, make friends with them, and then at the end of the day, at some point, maybe they'll just be friends again, and Power will be returned. And I'm like, oh, please do this.
Yeah.
This will be the
Please,
most
right?
wholesome, this will be the most wholesome ending to this very violent manga that I've ever. I'd be so happy. She even forms a contract with him. She says, I'll give you my blood. In exchange, come find me. And Denji wakes up in the dumpster, rising from it, where he sees the old man right next to him, and is like, if you're Denji, right? If you're free from Makima, I can get you away from her. And the chapter ends with a full page spread of Denji doing the peace sign. And wow. Man, I had a hard time picking my RGC this week, but there are a lot of heavy fucking contenders. The feels this gave me, it's pretty intense.
I didn't feel so strongly about this chapter.
Joshua!
And I feel bad.
How dare you?
So maybe it was the mood I was in when I was reading it. Maybe I was kind of rushed reading it. But I'll tell you this. I was really relieved to see the old guy.
Yo,
I just keep thinking
wouldn't
about
it be
how
hilarious?
scared he is.
Would it be hilarious if he's like, Maka doesn't listen right. She's not listening
Yeah.
right now.
He was like, "You're Denji, right? Because if you actually are Denji, I can free you from
Maka.
Maka." And Denji was like, "Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, sure.
It's all right."
I didn't think about this till like an hour before we started this podcast. But do you remember way back in chapter 1 when Denji was chopped up and Pochita saved him? Where was he when he was resurrected?
In dumpster.
What? Yeah, in the dumpster.
And where was he now where Power resurrected him?
In the
In the
motherfucking
dumpster.
dumpster. Don't you love it? Don't
Narrative
you love when a
symmetry!
series is written and drawn so well? With a lot of thought.
Yeah, man.
And not trying too hard and
I love that.
but still putting a lot of effort in. Because you know there's still a lot of good shit to come. Oh man, we thought this shit was over. Watch it end in 4 weeks though.
Yeah, I imagine. It's just like next week is the last one. I don't know, man. I just like that a lot. Power got some closure. When she died initially, I was like, damn.
Yeah.
Come on.
Yeah.
Like, she was different. Like, she wasn't one of these guys who were around but then just died and it's fine. Power was like the secondary protagonist, essentially. Or
And
like,
she got
third.
she got smoked in 2 panels. She just said bang, killed her.
But it was good to get Power some closure. Like, some actual, like, closing of her character. This was a great moment between them. Man, I got pretty sad. I was like, oh, please find each other again. Be friends in hell or something. I don't know. Do something. But huge fan. Do you guys have anything to say?
No. Oh, what I
the
found,
Digimon thing.
There wasn't a specificity of like what happens to like the memories of the devils when they come back. I think it just states that they're coming back, and like that's it. I'm not really sure if there's any other implications.
Okay. Well, if you know in the comments, please let us know.
Yeah, hit us up on that Digimon knowledge. I gotta hit up Chris.
Yeah.
Christopher.
That's not my name.
He's No, I'm saying
Christopher.
Christopher. He's you remember Christopher?
Yeah, I know.
He's
Christopher.
he's
I was
pretty on it
confused.
with the knowledge
Yeah.
of the Digimon, so we're gonna see.
But yeah, love the narrative symmetry in Chainsaw Man. Very beautiful. It is time to randomize.
Fuck yeah.
Batman. This is Batman number 102. Start of a new arc. We open up with this cop being held up by the Ghost Maker. He looks like an Assassin's Creed type of guy. Like, he has like pretty much the entire outfit. Brian loves it.
Yeah, pretty much the entire outfit.
Brian, do you just love this costume? Is it your favorite?
It looks kind of cool. I mean, the helmet's a little weird, but
Nah, dude. It's exactly like NCO's.
no, it's not.
Yeah, it's just like a helmet where the hood is just like up here, though.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on with that. I don't know why the hood is coming out of the helmet. Like, that's probably really uncomfortable inside the mask.
That's not an
don't you
actual
think?
hood. I mean, it's weird. I don't know. But anyway.
Yeah, what is it,
No,
like
he's
a
the
shower
motherfucking
curtain?
Ghost Maker, alright?
Yeah, chill.
Put some
Show some
respect on
respect.
his name. You about to find out what time he's on.
I
Don't worry
think he
about
has an
that.
actual blanket over him. Like, I don't know what's going on.
It's
with
Why
called
you
a cloak.
disrespecting him? He's got swords and a cloak, bro. You love it.
No, but his cloak is like connected to his helmet. Like,
Wow.
It is weird.
You're gonna
Hey,
let,
don't you see
you're
that? It
gonna
looks
let-
weird.
I want everybody to see what Brian lying on the screen looks like. Everyone just take it in right now.
You can't tell because like the picture's too small, but he is sweating right now. Just like
Oh man, yeah. If you can zoom in.
you zoom in, you can see his pupils dilate.
Oh yeah.
While
Listen, bro.
while the
You're
Ghost-
gonna love Ghostmaker. You'll see you'll see what.
Yeah.
Whatever.
while the Ghostmaker is like beating up on this cop, he's not even a dirty cop. He's like, I'm not even a dirty cop, and he's like, whatever, dude. I'm still gonna torture you. And I'm like, damn. He means business. Batman is in some weird, you know, how Gotham has like 27 ports, and he's like fighting remnants of the Joker still are around. he's beating the shit out of him, and he's talking to Oracle, who is Batgirl's series just ended, so I guess this is what she's gonna be doing. She just decided to become Oracle for her from now on. Hey, she was pretty effective as Oracle. And plus, like, she's got Cassandra and Stephanie.
And there's no Alfred, so it makes sense.
Oh. Batman gets a guy in the chair. So, Batman comes across this crime scene where there's, like, a bunch of dead people. And he's like, someone sent a message. And he sees, like, a little graffiti on the wall. And he's like, oh, this isn't the Clown Hunter. They thought it was the Clown Hunter at first. This isn't the Clown Hunter. I know who this is. This is personal. And then we get a flashback to Dublin, Ireland, when Batman was going around the world trying to find trainers to help him become Batman. He just beats up this Irish dude because he's a world-class knife master, and he's like, teach me how to fight with knives. And this poor guy's
I'll murder you.
This poor guy's just like, I'm tired. I was just chilling at this bar. I wanted a beer. And Batman's like, too bad. You know, fight me.
Too bad I'm here.
Yeah. And this guy takes out his 2 knives, and he's like, I'm cool. And right when they're about to fight, the Ghostmaker shows up, but before he was the Ghostmaker, he has like a whole wrap, like a bandana around his head and everything. And they basically, like, he's like, if you want to be taught by him, you have to fight me first. And Batman's like, fuck you, Ghostmaker! And they start fighting. So I guess Batman has like a shonen like rival now?
I was just about to say, this is some shonen shit right here.
Oh yeah.
I'm actually a huge fan of this. I actually kind of
I'm a little invested. I'm not. You know, most of the time I just roll my eyes and be like, whatever. Cool.
Yeah, but you can tell this is clearly like Naruto and like Yuno and Asta.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm with it. I want to see how far this guy goes.
I appreciate.
He's got swords, bro. Did I mention that?
Yeah. He's the sword character in every manga. You know, he's got to be the sword guy. So you know why
sword style. You know that.
While they're fighting, this Irish dude is just in the background because he has no choice. I guess in the matter, they're just whoever wins, he's got to train. And then we cut back.
I fucking hate teenagers.
I can't do an Irish accent. I wish I could, but I would have done it if I could.
Can you think of Conor McGregor?
No, I can't do it. I'm not good with accents. I could do voices.
I fucking hate teenagers.
That's not even good. What even is that? You sounded.
I went down to the pub and drank a lot of Irish whiskey.
It's really Hispanic.
Oh, we
It's
gonna
a
have
Hispanic
some
accent.
risottos after this episode.
Don't take my liquor.
You just want to take all of his accents.
Oh, that's a gold mine. Oh yeah, we'll get one of those.
Yeah, for every drunk character that we find, we're gonna use that drop. It's gonna be fun. Meanwhile, in the present of Gotham City, Harley Quinn rents an apartment, and that's what this scene is. She's negotiating with a landlord. She says, "I'll pay double in rent. I know where I came from. I'll pay double rent and I'll stay here." And landlord's like, "Fine, I know you're cool now, so you could stay, but you're paying double rent and don't talk to nobody." So yeah, pretty good. Harley has a place to stay. Meanwhile, Clown Hunter is just watching her like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill you." He's gearing up to like totally murder Harley Quinn when the Ghostmaker finds him. He's like, "Hey, you know, you're pretty impressive, but I know you're 12, but I gotta kill you now."
Yeah, I gotta send a message to my old rival. So
yeah,
you know how that goes.
Yeah, it's pretty funny. Like Clown Hunter is just like shook, like, "Oh man, I didn't see this coming."
Yeah, he knows. Like he's like, anybody that dressed like that and landed on his rooftop that quick, I'm not trying to see parts of that.
Yeah, this was a huge mistake. I should have just been a regular boy.
Oh man, I regret everything right now.
But luckily for him, that's when Batman pulls up and punches him in the face, and is like, "Sasuke!" You know, so now they're just basically arguing over this 12-year-old boy. But really, what the Ghostmaker's saying.
And who'll be the Wizard King?
Yeah, he's. It's essentially what they're doing. Is that like eventually like they start fighting, and then Ghostmaker starts like talking shit. She's like, "You've not been good for this city. You look at this place; it sucks. But with me around,
but all these things happened.
Yeah,
by all these different writers, and you know what? I'm over it."
Yeah, And this time he's like, we're gonna fight, but the winner takes Gotham. So yeah, they're basically gonna fight to see
The winner gets to be the Hokage.
Yeah, pretty much. Wizard King, Hokage, King of the Pirates. Whoever gets to do this.
I guess the One Piece.
Gotham's the One Piece, and whoever wins this is the King of the Pirates.
So isn't it kind of fucked up that Bruce is putting Gotham on the line, like on a bet?
Well, he hasn't said yes yet, so he hasn't accepted. But the Ghostmaker's probably not going to give him
It's
a
like,
choice.
no, I don't give up Gotham. No,
I'm going to be the Wizard King. It's going to be. It's. I actually like this. I mean, it is silly, but we're big fans of shonen manga, and this is very much just the trope of shonen manga. I like how he even showed up.
What it turns into.
He showed up in the flashback just like a rival. He's just like with his mask and all that stuff.
Yeah, before you can't learn from that teacher. I'm gonna learn from him.
Yeah,
no, we can't learn at the same time and try to make ourselves better.
Coexist.
Really hope this right now.
I really hope his only motive of coming to Gotham is literally just to be better than Batman.
It is.
Like, he's just that fucking. He's just that much of an asshole.
It is. It is literally that.
He said he's been doing it wrong.
Mm-hmm.
That was his words, right?
He said he didn't. He doesn't even like Gotham. He's just like, I can't stand what you're doing here. I don't like living here, but I will live here just to show that I'm better than you, which is supreme petty shit. I'm surprised Josh isn't like bouncing off the walls for this character, because that's some pretty heavy shit talking.
I said I'm for it, and I want to see how this develops.
He even uses Odin's two-sword style.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm glad you recognize.
Yeah, Ghostmaker can use Ryo. It's pretty good.
Batman's in trouble.
Yeah. I mean, Batman doesn't have his money anymore, so he's pretty
Why
much...
the fuck is Batman trying to learn how to fight with knives, though?
Just in case he has to fight
He's trying
knives.
to learn to be the best in everything. How do you think he could fight with all these other superheroes?
Yeah.
That's knowledge and training.
Yeah, what if Superman...
It was a shonen manga.
What if Darkseid pulls a knife on him?
Comic.
He has to be able to defend against that.
He's like, oh, wait. I learned how to deal with this from a drunk Irish man.
He's got a butterfly knife. He's like, I went to Dublin, bitch. I can knife fight with the best of them. It's. I had a good time reading this, honestly. So pick it up. Yeah. Ready to move on, boys?
Oh yeah.
It's time to randomize. My Hero Academia.
Oh, yeah, baby.
My Brian Academia.
Let's go.
It's back. Last we left off, we had a bit of a commercial break featuring Uraraka and Toga, which is not over, but we start immediately with this flashback to where I forget this girl's name. I know what her deal is, but she doesn't show up that often. I kind of forget.
Spinny girl.
Shockwave girl.
She's one of the big three.
Yeah, I know who she is, but I just don't know.
Flying spinny blasty spiral.
Because
girl.
weirdly enough, of the big three, she is by far the least focused on. It's kind of weird.
For now, anyway.
I mean, I hope so. I hope we get more from her. But anyway, she's like pulling up. She's on her way to Midoriya and the rest with, and Ida tags along, because they're boys. That's basically his logic. Is like, those are my boys. I'm not gonna stand by. So he starts running. Meanwhile, back at the battlefield with Midoriya and the rest, Todoroki, MVP of this whole thing. He's just catching everyone, performing first aid. He caught Deku
Cauterizing wounds and shit.
Yeah, for real. Like, why isn't this series about him?
You know what else? You know what else is sad? Is that everything he's doing right now is the reason, is the thing he was struggling at most and was close to denying him a hero license.
Yeah.
Like, he's literally doing everything that he wasn't good at before.
You're right, Brian. I remember that actually from the test.
That's
when he
pretty
failed.
cool. Wow, I didn't think about that.
Actual develop. Wow, that's really subtle development. Good for you. Damn, I don't know why. Horikoshi, sorry. It's been 2 weeks. I already forgot your name. Okay, so he catches Deku and Bakugo. They're both still alive, still breathing, and he's like, "All right, guys, settle down now. I have to start healing you up a little bit." And unfortunately, Shigaraki is not fucking doing that. He is all tendrils. He's got like 27 tendrils, just all from his body.
Like fucking like
He looks-
Dr. Octopus.
yeah, he looks. Yeah,
Yeah, man, it's really creepy.
Yeah,
Oh, like
half-
that girl from Legend of Korra.
yeah.
Would have been the
Yeah.
chick
Yeah,
from
I know
that
who you're
group.
talking about.
Ooh.
Whew.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's hella thirsty.
Half his face is All For One, half his face is his. They're basically dueling over whether they should stay. Like, All For One is like, please, bro, you gotta go right now. Please go. And Shigaraki's like, no, I can still fight. That's when he gets kind of disrupted by the Shockwave girl. And the chaos continues. Ida shows up and he's like a gigantic...
Yeah, my boy.
Fly at the speed of
Yeah.
sound. I wish I had the Sonic song, that Sonic song as a drop. That would have been a good one to put here.
Yeah.
But in any case, he basically warns everybody, he's like, yo, there's a giant man coming, and he is going to fuck shit up. We got to get out right now. Also, there's a bunch of Nomus, like, still around fighting everybody. The Shockwave girl peeps at the Ryugiku, who's fucked up, and she gets an angry face. So hopefully she gets actually some cool shit.
tight. That's a master.
Yeah, hopefully she like gets a moment where she gets to do something like really cool and stand out. She hasn't had that yet, but I am hoping for it. So yeah, as that battle is ensuing, we cut back to Uraraka and Toga as they argue about emotions and liking Deku. At some point, Toga steals like the little All Might thing that that Uraraka carries around that Deku gave her. And she's like biting it. I don't know, while she's saying like we're the same. We like the same boy, all that stuff. And Uraraka's just not fucking around. She could give a shit what Toga's trying to do right now. He's like, "What are you talking about?"
She's being thorough. I mean, she has to be because Toga's not no pushover.
No, yeah.
And Uraraka kind of is.
I mean, it's a credit to Uraraka that she's not like Deku. It's like cool that she's like, "What are you talking about? 0 satellites." And she starts throwing a bunch of shit with her gravity stuff. I feel like they're having here's the thing with this whole, what Toga's like just dropping all of this like personal stuff. Uraraka's basically like, if you're gonna live as you please and threaten people, then you also have to live with the consequences. And I'm like, I'm not sure. I feel like they're having two different conversations. I'm not super following. I don't know if it's a translation issue or just the way it's written. I don't know if you guys. I felt kind of confused about this point.
Well, all right. I'll tell you this. I think one thing that's definitely being implied here is that they're for sure on 2 different pages.
Mm-hmm.
She's Toga's asking questions. She's kind of like she's asking riddles or nothing like that. But she's interpreting the answers in her own way, and she's looking for different answers. You know what I'm saying? While Toga's just kind of answering quickly, not even really putting a lot of thought into it, except for like certain statements there.
Mm-hmm.
So. That's all it is. I think Toga is just interpreting things, differently.
Yeah.
Than we normally would, because she's psychotic, right?
I guess this is a time will tell thing as to what Toga really wanted out of this conversation, because I'm still kind of confused as to what that might be. Maybe if you're watching right now, if you have like a better idea, please comment and let us know when, we'll read your comment on the show and all that stuff. Just to clarify.
Actually,
well, yeah, go ahead, Brian.
Go ahead. I was thinking like, as I read this again now, I'm thinking like, it looks like she was looking to see if like, I don't know, like I wonder if she's looking to see if if Uraraka would, penalize her for being herself or something like that. Like, because she mentions like, when I was little, I was told to stop being me. That doesn't work. When you shut your feelings away, it only grows inside. And it's like, she has this weird delusion that her, Deku, and Uraraka are all friends, right? Or lovers in a way. So she's probably looking for acceptance from her. And when she she doesn't find that, she's actually going to kill her. Because it looks like Toga is going to like throw knives at her and shit.
Okay.
Until she shows up.
Yeah, I feel like that makes it a little clearer now.
Because she's like crying too.
Yeah, the delusion thing really kind of helped me understand it then, because I guess I mean, not that I forgot, but I didn't take that in consideration that Toga really thinks that they're all friends. And I guess when she's thinking about like how Hero's killed twice just for being who he is and being a villain, does that mean that people are going to kill her for what she is? And is it especially going to come from the people who she loves, and she probably thinks that she loves them back? They love her back. I guess that makes sense. Now I guess I understand it a little better, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe this could have been timed a little better. Maybe it came a little earlier, or a little maybe later, or I don't know.
There seems to be a this consensus thought with Toga, at least with Toga. I don't know if it's with the whole group of villains. I don't know how they feel specifically on the subject, but I think for her, internally, she's trying to explain that, we deserve to be punished for being who we are, and that's exactly what Uraka said, right? She said, yeah, if you're gonna do that and live how, like you said, if you're gonna live as you please, meaning the way you feel, how you are, then you have to live with the consequences. Meaning, yeah, shit like y'all getting smoked by heroes. Even if Uraka didn't say that, that's for sure how Toga interpreted it.
Yeah,
I think that's undeniable, and that's what it was coming down to. Like, all right, like how what you and Brian was saying about her having this illusion in her head that they're all kind of chummy or whatever. That was her understanding. Like, yeah, we're gonna be foes forever because I'm gonna keep doing me, and I'm not gonna. I don't see how these consequences are something I should avoid because I like what I'm doing.
Okay,
and that's it. I don't think it was too much thought. I also do think that there is bigger implications for this after this conversation as well, for them being rivals. I think this is just another step towards that.
Okay. Well, this made me like the chapter a little bit more now. Now that I feel like I get it. I was a little confused because I don't know, I guess I
it's hard to remember because she's speaking seriously, but she's also, not, I don't even want to say right of mind. She's not normal. She's not thinking, I guess, quote unquote, normally. And that is something I believe the author has tried to make a very specific deal about with Toga and some of these other villain members. It's not just a plain good guys beat bad guys type of story.
Right.
Most stories like that nowadays aren't. And there's, huge implications here. And that's why it's kind of hard. I think you just got to keep all of that in mind. You got to take it seriously while also, remembering that she's not all the way healthy.
Yeah,
quote unquote healthy.
Yeah, I'm okay with that. I just I think I just got lost in the way that maybe it was written or translated or something. And it's also maybe because that's kind of an on purpose thing too, because Uraraka was also kind of confused. Like, what are you talking about? Yes, I'm going.
It was done well.
I
think, yeah.
I think that makes sense.
She wasn't on the same page as her at all. Because that's not, she's like, this shit ain't a fucking game. Where Toga is like, yes, it is. What's so serious? It's almost like the Joker,
Yeah. Yeah.
Kind of cool. I like the little interaction between Suyu and Toga. I thought her tongue was about to get cut off, though. I was scared
dude, yeah. Sue shows up. I don't know if we finished recapping the chapter, but Sue shows up, and she's like, oh, hi, Suyu. And she's like, I told you not to fucking call me that. We're not friends. It's pretty good. And Toga manages to escape. Now I know that we didn't finish covering the chapter. Good. She leaves behind the All Might thing, though. I guess, as a symbol, is yeah, we're done now. Me and you were finished. And, she manages to escape, and we return to the hell fucking battlescape that is going on with Shigaraki and the rest. Chapter ends in a 2-page spread where I feel like this is get ready, this is the climax moment where everyone's converging. You even see, I didn't peep this till also an hour before starting the pod, but Gigantomachia is right there in the background.
Yes. Yeah. That's why they all look while they're in the fight.
Jesus Christ!
All their heads are turned.
Yeah, they all
and
turned
they're just Look how crazy. Ah, man, I wish we could show you guys more vividly, but
Yeah.
this shit chills down my spine. And this is
I'd
a
also-
black and white colored fucking square picture. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah, there's just
I
so
also
much
like
going
to-
on. It's very Oda-like, where like he can sometimes manage to cram so many things into one panel, and this is pretty impressive for like one panel.
I'd also like to point out that the Shigaraki half isn't Shigaraki; it's all for one's half.
Yeah, I said that.
Oh, okay.
I said that earlier on, but good catch still though. I didn't notice it like before too, but
Also,
Wait,
Dabi,
what you mean Shigaraki's half?
if you look in the very
Oh, on
beginning,
the
it's
side?
one half.
Yeah,
It's one
yeah.
half all for one half Shigaraki.
Yeah,
Yeah,
but I
that
meant in
is
this
actually
chapter
really cool.
specifically, that's what they chose Shigaraki's expression to be, is on all for one's side, not Shigaraki.
Is it? Oh yeah, you're right.
Interesting.
Oh,
At
in
the
in the
end,
two-page
yeah.
spread at the end.
Yeah, that's what I was like mainly.
Yeah, it's pretty much
interested in.
just a two-page spread of all the characters converging on each other. Gigantomachia is just yelling. His jaw mask is off. Todoroki's just looking like fuck. Dabi is like
Dabi.
hell yeah, dude. Sup.
This next chapter is gonna be fucking nuts. Like
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen, dude. Like
Yeah.
there's just too much stuff that has to pay off. Like obviously Makia is probably gonna go night soon because he took that fucking like sleeping potion or whatever from a long ass time ago. He has to go to
True
sleep soon.
that. I keep forgetting about that.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, it's not going to be all wrapped up in one chapter, but
Yeah, but
we're
this
closing
is
in.
this. If there's a moment for a Dabi reveal to happen, it's next chapter, I think.
So real soon.
Oh yeah,
yeah,
so
yeah,
I wonder
that-
I wonder what reveal we're talking about.
Because both Endeavor and Todoroki are here, and every time I think from what I remember, every time they've encountered each other, like Dabi and the Todorokis, they've encountered each other separately for the most part. Like they've
Mhm.
never been in the same. All three of them never been together at the same time. So
Yeah.
I think this is the moment where
Yeah, and they chose Dabi
They-
specifically. in the
they
big
drop the
picture.
mic.
What if we're all wrong and like Horikoshi's just playing us hard? It turns out he's
There's
not
no
his
way,
son
dude.
after
There's
all.
no way it's not. Or maybe he's like he's like a product of Toyo. What's his name?
Toya.
Toya. Maybe he's like Toya's quirk forced into another person's body or something like
Oh
that.
shit!
Like,
Yeah, something like
Oh.
Might be
that.
something
Man,
like
that
that.
might be really
Whoa.
cool. And wear his skin on
Brian.
or something like that. That'd be pretty crazy.
Whoa. Is that like an actual theory amongst the fandom, or did you think?
no, it's something I thought of just now. Like
Brian.
literally just
Yeah,
now.
I didn't even think about
Because
that either.
Big
yo.
news, Brian. Big brain, Brian. Damn.
Because there is a chance that like that's why his body is rejecting his powers so hard.
Oh man, that's great. Wow. I'm not gonna be able to sleep tonight. I think that might actually be the case. Whoa.
Because you know what? It's been made that obvious, so that type of twist would be like, oh, that's fucked up. Like, making them having to kill him more of a, not a sad situation. Nah, you gotta die situation.
Damn. Oh boy. Well, on the heels of that, my really great theory. I mean, honestly, good job, Brian.
Yeah.
Are you ready, guys? You guys ready to move on?
Yeah.
God damn, My Hero Academia is so good.
All right. It is time to randomize.
Oh, good.
Avengers. This is
Avengers.
Avengers. This is Avengers number 38. This is kind of like a single issue type of deal. Last we left off, the whole Age of Khonshu thing is over, so
Yeah.
we're about to lead into a new arc. But first, we get a whole issue dedicated to Mephisto, pretty much. Yeah.
Don't you love it?
We start with a few centuries ago. There's this guy who's dying on the road in the middle of Kansas somewhere, and he's just like crying. His family's with him in the little carriage they got, And he's like, please, I would give anything to survive for me and my family. And then Mephisto Snake pulls up with a fucking knife and is like, anything you say. And this guy's immediately like, yes. So basically, he hands this knife over to this guy and he goes in and he kills the family he has inside. And I know the deal that was that like he's supposed to do this to save his family, but apparently it wasn't this family. So he kills this first family and then he like, just remarries and has a new family down the line. We cut now to New York City. Black Panther is confronting Moon Knight on the rooftops of New York because what else is new in New York, in Marvel's New York? Imagine walking down the street, walking down Broadway, and all you look up and you see Moon Knight and Black Panther. Should we move? Should we get the fuck out of here?
Oh, by the way, I think they cast Moon Knight.
They did. It's Oscar Isaac? No?
Yeah, Oscar Isaac.
That's pretty wild.
Why are they making a Moon Knight movie?
Did you not read
I'm not
Age
sure,
of Khonshu?
I'm not sure if it's a movie. It could be.
It's not a movie. It's a TV show.
Yeah, it could be
Disney
a show,
Plus.
right? It's gonna be.
Why
on
are they
Disney
making a
Plus.
TV? Oh, mental health.
I don't know, man. Moon Knights have been around forever. And you saw how he dusted the Avengers just now. Why?
People wanted Keanu Reeves to be Moon Knight. But
There's
I
no
guess,
way. He's also
so
a little. He might be too old.
Huh?
He might be a little too old to be.
No way.
He's Keanu Reeves is like 50 something. He's got to save himself for John Wick 4 and 5, which I am excited for.
What?
No, but Keanu Reeves has been really adamant about trying to get into the MCU. Like him and Kevin Feige have been looking.
Yeah, but they're not gonna. He's not gonna do a
role for him.
TV show for. He'll do a movie. I don't think he's gonna do a TV show. But anyway, Moon Knight is basically like they're just talking about the Age of Khonshu stuff. Awkward, I guess. And, Moon Knight is like, yeah, I had to do what I had to do. All right. My only regret is that Khonshu's just a little bitch.
Yeah, that's literally his only regret.
It's like Khonshu turned out to be
Not laying waste to your friends and you.
Yeah, he turned out to be a real weakling. So Black Panther's like, all right, I know your heart was in the right place. I don't agree with what you did, kicking the asses of all of our friends and taking their powers, but you want to be an Avenger? We can all still, we could do this together. And Moon Knight's like, no, I'd rather stick to the alleyways and just beat up people who are significantly weaker than I am. Fuck this extraterrestrial shit you guys are doing. So, he
I
fucks.
don't care if Mephisto murders the world.
Yeah, I tried.
Yeah, problem now.
I tried. You can't say that I didn't try. I went all the way to Kunlun to fight Iron Fist and take his powers. I gave it my best shot.
That was the hardest fight of them all, man. That was a hard.
Yeah, when you think about it, how easily he smoked Thor in comparison to how hard he worked against Danny Rand.
Yeah. But once he got the Iron Fist, it was over.
Pretty much.
Danny Rand could stand up to anybody, man.
Then
He's
he walked.
just not that durable.
Once he knew he could just beat up people with his fists, he just walked over to Doctor Strange, who's really just a magic nerd. He just beat him up.
Yeah,
and
right.
Gave him his power.
What? I didn't even people have.
Give me
got
that.
to jump on him, right? I forgot.
Give me that back. Doctor Strange summoned mummies on him, and he still kicked their ass. It was pretty cool. Why don't you want a Moon Knight TV show? What if he did all that in the TV show?
That would be lit.
That would be cool. We cut back to Avengers Mountain, where they have just the dead bodies of all the Mephistos that Khonshu managed to kill in the previous arc. And Tony's just pissed because he's like, this isn't even half of them. There's so many Mephistos, and they're all coming for us. It's real fucked up.
Oh my god.
I'm like, why do you want to keep the bodies around? Why are you keeping the bodies of Satan in your hideout?
Because they look really funny.
Yeah, there's some of them. One is a Viking. One just straight up has a suit on. One has a cool cowl. One's a mummy.
That's a pretty cool
Why?
suit, though. I would wear that suit.
Yeah, no, he's fresh as fuck. But yeah, Tony's freaking out because he knows what's really going on, and everybody's like, "Yeah, you're not really filling us in, and you're just speaking very vaguely."
He's coming for me, all right? He wants me.
Captain America's just like,
I'm
"Chill, bro.
scared.
We're the Avengers. I never not wear this costume." But in any case, yeah, Tony's freaking out. Everybody's just like, "Chill, bro, chill." And we cut back to the past. Sorry, had to put my phone on my computer on the charger. we cut back to the past or something where Mephisto shows up at this family, like the old guy, the guy he killed in the past. He's just haunting their family for generations because I guess they like got rich because he survived, and he owes him for that, and it's not over yet. So he goes up to his descendant, to his wife actually, after this guy dies, and he's like, "Well, I got your husband's soul, but that's not enough. So I need the fingers of all your children, pronto." And his wife's like, "Oh fuck, all right," and she does it. She just brings him the fingers of all of her children, which is.
Not all the fingers. I think one finger from each, right?
I said fingers of all, like, yeah, one finger off of each child, which is pretty.
I mean, it still sucks, but
It's weird that all their fingers are painted the same.
It's true. They all have long fingers, and they're painted. Like, cut your nails. How many kids do you have? It says one child. 1, 2, 3,
1, 2, 3,
5,
4,
6,
5,
7,
6.
8, 9. I count 9.
No.
He's got
What?
9 kids.
That's
Wow.
a lot of kids.
I mean, I guess
What?
And they're all painted. They all have their fingernails painted.
the exact same length fingernails, and they all paint them. I don't know. Who knows? I mean, olden days, I guess they all painted their nails and just let them grow out to weird extents. But yeah, Mephisto's just cheesing with a bunch of children's fingers in his hand.
Yeah, kind of weird.
Yeah, I did it. This is a good day.
Yeah, like why? Like,
What a good day.
why?
I got 9 children's fingers. Huge fan. We cut back to Avengers Mountain, and Iron Fist is there, and I'm like, join the team. Join the team.
Yeah, that's a name. I
Yeah,
haven't
it's
heard in
already
a while.
kind of like a thing, right? If they made Ghost Rider join, might as well let fucking Danny Rand, since he's one of the primordial
Yeah.
powers or something.
Yeah, it's him and Doctor Strange. They're both there, and they're examining the Star Brand. And apparently, like, Danny is not aware of the 1 million BC Iron Fist. It's not written in the book of the Iron Fist, so even he's
Yeah,
like,
probably because they just made that shit up. But
this is the very first
that's
one.
just my guess.
That's how like how nobody knew about Avatar 1 before.
I mean, I'm pretty sure they knew about him.
No, that was always a thing. Okay, he was in.
No.
that movie
I'm not saying
somewhere.
it's an ass pull. I'm saying like nobody really.
Blasphemy.
It's too many. It's too many avatars to be like, who was the first Avatar? Because Korra didn't even know, and she's the Avatar.
Yeah, but like, not every Avatar knows every Avatar.
I would figure they did. They could talk
Like,
to each
you
other.
would have to look for them.
You would think Wan would have helped Aang. Anyway, in this weird mountain, the Phoenix is just wilding out. It's just like on a mountain, like, "Rah!" And Thor.
Yeah.
It's pretty funny. It's
Thor
like,
and Blade just looking at it from afar.
like wowee. That's not good.
Jeez.
Blade's like, what do you think it wants? And Thor's like, it wants a
What
host.
do you think it wants?
It's like, it's a fucking.
I don't fucking know.
It's a host. It wants a host. What it always wants when it comes here. It just wants somebody to take over its body. So yeah, basically, Blade is like, we got to find a way to kill this thing, and Thor's like, I know how to kill it, but it might kill me. So, I'm not trying to. That's not first case scenario that I'm going for. We think that's 4 billion years ago, where the celestial that was the Avengers Mountain, like where the celestial they now live inside of, is just vomiting blood, and it pretty much explains, like, as we all knew, that this celestial was kind of the reason that this Earth exists the way it does, because it was like it just fell from the sky, infected Earth with its gross bodily juices. It also seems to have created Mephisto, I guess, is what they're implying. And Mephisto, throughout the years, has just been going around the galaxy talking shit to every major problem that the Marvel Universe has ever had to face. Like,
Yeah, some of these I don't recognize. Like, obviously, I see Apocalypse.
I know.
I see the list.
First one is Thanos. I could tell by the speech.
Oh, that's Thanos with the skull. Okay.
Yeah, that's Thanos. The second one was Apocalypse, and he's basically whispering into all their ears, like, yeah,
Oh, that's Hulk on the.
yeah, Hulk's the other one, and the
Who
last
the
one,
fuck is the space?
Planet Doom that we see later.
Oh yeah, yeah. Well,
We'll explain when we get
We're
there.
going to have to talk about that later. We'll get there.
Okay, so yeah, basically Mephisto's been the influence of every major villain apparently that's ever existed, because we get a big shot of all of them. Thanos apparently came to Earth as a child 1,000,000 years ago. Just a teenager with a ray gun threatening the 1,000,000 BC Avengers. Then we cut back to centuries ago, in Egypt where Thor was fighting Apocalypse. This happened, right? This is Chaos War, right? Brian, can you look up what Chaos War is? Because I feel like this is what they're referencing, like Thor versus Apocalypse or something. I didn't read Chaos War. Sorry, but I feel like this is familiar. The Hulk fighting the
I
Avengers.
remember they fought.
And
he had cut him with Yarnborn, right? The axe.
Jornbjorn. He has Mjolnir here. But in any way, Earth a few years ago with the Hulk, and now finally eons from now in Earth's orbit with Doom the Living Planet. Because apparently eons from now, Doom finds a way to upload his psyche into a planet. And he's fighting Wolverine as the Phoenix and Thor's grandchildren. Pretty sick. I'd like to see that. But yeah,
That dark skin girl is his kid too. Looks like Storm.
Yeah, I think that's his kid too. I could be wrong, but I feel like I know Thor had 3 daughters. So,
yeah, I remember that.
Or granddaughters. I think these are his grandkids. I don't know if I said that or daughters, but yeah, we then cut to now. Brian, did you find the Chaos War? I'm sorry if I'm like
Looking at it right now, it does seem like it is Chaos War.
Okay, cool. So yeah, Mephisto started the Chaos War. Okay, so we cut back to now. The current descendant of the Winthrop family, the old man from the very first page, is just chilling in his mansion. And Howard Stark shows up with Mephisto, and he's like, all right, you know what the time it is. It's time for you to pay your debt. And he just ends up killing the entire family. And he
So they all ended up dying anyway.
Yep, at the end of it all.
That's fucked up.
The reason they do this because they're trying to, I guess, like, constantly collecting shit from these guys would be enough to garner enough magical power to power this resurrection spell. But, yeah, it seems to be not enough at this time. But, yeah. Mephisto's like, this will do for now. We have much work to do. And that's where the issue ends. Yeah, I wonder who he's trying to resurrect. It can't be himself, because he could just walk around and do shit.
Yeah, he's good.
But yeah, I think, like, talking about this issue maybe kind of, like, appreciate it a little bit more. I do like that Thanos was here as a kid, and he got fucked up by the 1,000,000 BC Avengers. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like this issue solid. I don't have much to say. I like that the implications that it might mean for the MCU, the Marvel Universe. Maybe Iron Fist will join the team. That would be cool. What else is he doing right now? He doesn't even have he keeps getting series and getting canceled. It's unfair. He usually has really good series. That's all I have to say. You want to move on, Josh?
About who? Wait,
Iron Fist.
Who has a good series?
Iron Fist.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah. The series, the one I read was really good too. The next Avengers looks pretty interesting. They're getting into the past of the Phoenix.
Yeah, the next issue is gonna, like, every arc or so, they take a minute to go back to the BC times and focus on one of the original Avengers of that time.
I like it.
Yeah, me too.
I like it a lot.
Next
I
one.
like that they haven't given up on this.
Yeah, next one's gonna be Phoenix, which is pretty interesting. But yeah, that's that was Avengers. You guys ready to randomize?
Here.
Let's go.
He said, is this ice? Dickhead, is it cold?
Dickhead, is it cold?
World Trigger.
Oh shit.
This is World Trigger chapter 203, the away mission test. We start off this chapter with Yuma learning how to ride a bike. Very wholesome. And then Hughes is also like, what is this contraption? And they try to teach him how to ride a bike, but he falls off just regular with his face just deadpan like, oh. Very charming. Very fun little scene. But then we get back to business because their operator shows up, and she's like, "The selection test schedule is up." And before we get into, they basically get the schedule for this away mission test to determine who's going to go, who's eligible to go. And before they do that, they have to fill out a survey. Do you want to join the away mission? Yes with my squad, or no? Besides the members of your own squad, who would you prefer to work with? And they are allowed to pick 5 other agents. Is there anyone you'd prefer not to work with? And Osamu notices that Rashiyama is not on the list, but Kitora is.
Who's Arashiyama? The swordsman with the black hair?
He's the gunner on Kitora's team. He's like the captain of Kitora's team. The guy with the one of the first people they met, the really nice kid. I don't know. It's hard to describe. They all kind of look the same, aside from hair.
All I remember is the guy is the whatever.
We don't see him a lot these days. But anyway, and it has been a long time since we've seen most of these characters. But Rashiyama's not on there. Kitora's on there though, and Osamu's like, "Ooh, I'm picking Kitora."
That bitch from Tokyo.
Yuma chooses Shun, which is Midorikawa, Kage, Zoe, Murakami, and Toma. That's a pretty good team.
Who's Shun?
Midorikawa. His the little kid that challenged him and is his friend, pretty much. Taught him the grasshopper.
Oh yeah. I remember him with the white hair.
No, he's got
with the light hair.
He's got light hair, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember. Yeah, he smoked him in the first 10. Yeah.
And all for the reason that they get along. Hughes picks Azuma, Murakami, Inukai, and the Akoma squad shooter, which is cool.
The Akoma squad shooter?
Mizukami. The shooter from
who's the Akoma squad?
Ikoma's the guy with the sunglasses with the long range windblade thing. Dude, the cool character, the really funny one that they fought against last time, the one with the really long whirlwind range.
Oh, what's his name?
Ikoma is that guy. Ikoma,
that is Ikoma.
He wants his shooter. Only for he seems like the least annoying person on that team.
Oh, the sniper you're talking about?
No, his shooter.
He has a shooter?
Yes, he has a shooter. It's been really long since we've seen most of these characters, so I understand.
Oh my god, damn! I don't remember. I feel so bad.
You might have to
reread
reread it.
Who's Inukai?
Inukai is I know this one. Inukai. Fuck. Damn, Inukai. I know who this is.
Shit,
I know the name.
I should have prepared much better. I'm sorry. I'm going to formally apologize.
I'm like Googling all the names.
It's fine, Brian. I would have been asked. It's cool. Look.
I know who Inukai is.
I mean, I wouldn't know how to describe. This is just for me to remember how
they
look.
I know who Kage is.
Mm-hmm. Zoe is the...
Zoe is the Grenader, right?
Yeah, the Grenader.
Murakami is...
4th rank guy. Sleeps and gets better guy. Remember?
Oh, yeah, right? And Toma.
Inukai. Why don't
Who's
I know?
Toma?
I think he's an attacker, Inukai. Toma is the sniper, is the top sniper.
Oh,
right?
with the hairdo?
Yeah, he's the number 1 sniper, I think.
That's cool.
Hughes picked Azuma. It's pretty sick.
The first.
Oh, I think he picked who he thinks are the strongest people.
Yeah.
Which is cool. The girl, Brian, can you look up their operator's name? I haven't remembered her name yet.
The operator name for who?
The Tomakoma 2 operator. I think it starts with a U or something, but I don't know. Anyway, so Chika doesn't really know who she wants to work with. She picked Emma. Ship. And that's about it, because the Nasu squad girls aren't available because they're not going on the away mission. This is interesting. Osamu's picks are really cool. He picked Kitora, Kikuchihara, Izumi.
I don't know who that is.
Kikuchihara is the kid with the ears. He can who's got the hearing side effect.
Okay.
Izumi is the Tachikawa shooter, like the best shooter.
The girl.
Her name is Usami, by the way.
Usami, thank you. No, Izumi is the number one shooter, the one on Tachikawa squad. It's fine. And he picks Azuma as well. And now he's thinking, who should I pick last? He picks Ninomiya. And then
Which I thought was really, really cool.
Yeah, he hits submit response. And they arrive at the away mission orientation. They pretty much just skip to the orientation day. And it turns out a ton of agents are there. There's a bunch of people from mid-tier B rank and above. Kitora's there. Like pretty much all of the A rank folks are there. Nasu squad is there as well. Well, at least one of the Nasu squad members. Kumigai is there. And that's when Shinoda comes in and is like, settle down, we're going to explain the test. And in so many words, this test is pretty much a very practical exam. They're divided into two phases. The reason they invited so many people here is because everybody from mid B tier has the option of coming along because they're able to bring so many people this time. They're not able to bring, I guess, like maybe full squads, but individual members from B ranks can come, as well as the top 2 B rank squads. And, just for the sake of it, everybody else, this is a good way to evaluate where they are, and maybe, it could be promotions later down the line, all that stuff. It's very, practical. The first phase is a sealed environment phase of the test, where they basically have to live for I don't know, I don't know if they really say, a whole week on on this like sealed environment, basically modeled to look like the ship they'll be traveling in. They spend there a week just to learn how the ship works and whether they'll be okay living together, all that stuff. And the second phase is the combat fucking phase. Hell yeah!
Oh yeah, that's all we wanted to see.
It's a 36-hour combat phase. So at some point we're going to get nonstop World Trigger action. It's going to simulate battles. They're not going to be fighting against each other, I think. It's probably going to be more simulated what it will be like to face the dangers that they will be facing in neighbor worlds.
Teamwork, probably stuff,
Mm-hmm. But there is a twist.
Get the most out of their abilities.
Yeah, there is a twist to the exam, though. The agents that participate will be placed in different squads, so they're going to be basically shuffling everyone around, and which explains why they ask who they want to and don't want to work with. So yeah, they basically are shuffling squads around. There's going to be 11 teams of 1 captain, 1 operator, 3 agents. And basically they're going to have provisional captains for now. And next chapter, we're going to learn who the 11 provisional captains are.
I know what the squads are going to be consisting of.
Oh, damn, Brian.
All of them?
I know
all
it.
11?
I know it.
All 11?
I know what all
at
the
least
squads
for the
are gonna
main
be.
characters.
You're going to call all
All right.
11?
Why don't you?
No. I know how they're going to put them together. I know how they're going to put these teams together.
I don't think it's going to be as easy. I think you're thinking they're going to put them all again with people that they don't want to work with.
Yeah, I think it is because it's only 3 people and they only choose 2 people that you don't want to work with. So if you including 2 other people that you don't want to work with.
No, there's 3 agents, so it'll be a squad of 4 plus the operator.
Yeah, but they're specifically talking about like agents.
I see what you're saying. Mathematically speaking, but it could also just as well just be, just still have a way to avoid certain people, and out of the 2 people chosen, at least you'll get maybe 2 of those people out of the 5. Like you're not guaranteed to work. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like it would make sense for it to be that way because it's like in a situation where you're in combat or against other people, it doesn't matter who you don't like. Like at the end of the day, you're gonna have to be able to work with them.
I think I agree with you to an extent.
It might.
I think it's a little counterintuitive to fill the shit with like all people. I think it'd be like a little bit of a divide where maybe like it'll be two people you don't like and one person you do, or the other way around, one person that you didn't
One
want
person
to choose,
you like and one person you do.
and two people you do.
Yeah.
Because
Well, no, it's only three. It's only three.
It's three agents
three
in the
people
captain.
per unit. So it's you and then two other people.
no, it's you as a captain. Then
Yeah.
it'll be three others.
Oh, the captain.
There's a captain, three agents, and an
I forget
operator.
about the captain. Yeah.
You won't
And
even.
I'm pretty sure, like, I feel like there's a reason why he does certain things like this, you know? Because it's like, he also makes sure that he adds in Katori to
Yes.
Osamu's list of things that list of people he doesn't want to work with.
I agree.
Like,
yeah, I
know
think
that he.
Osama's
there
going
has
to
to
end
be
up
a
with
reason
Katori.
why there's that one thing, you know? Like,
No, yeah,
it
I
could
think,
be like probably a test for captains themselves, like having a captain with a person they don't want to work with and a person that they do want to work with. I feel like that makes sense.
well, it's a test for everyone.
Who's
you know?
Yoko Katori?
Katori
Who's
is
that?
the girl you see here at the last page. The know-it-all girl that was like a problem for a while.
Oh man, that's funny.
She's the one that on Osamu's list. They actually show who he doesn't want to work with, and she's on there.
Yeah, she was the one that was there. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's a test for everyone. I think you're right, Brian. It's not only a test for the captains because you have to learn how to work with people or like preside over people that you don't necessarily find good team players, but they also have to, the people that they don't want to work with also has to learn how to take orders from someone they don't like. So, it's an overall it's obviously a well-constructed test. It's very interesting. This is a great opportunity for Ashihara to really have like some solid character development with everybody. Because when you think about it, like the B rank wars whole thing is just like this pragmatic battle where not many of them are growing as people except for like Osamu and Chika. But now like this whole cast can get a chance to really like level up in terms of development and become more fleshed out. So great. And of course it's done a very World Trigger way where it's like very managerial and very like structured.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's no way that Osamu doesn't become a captain because that's probably the only thing he can really be.
That's actually
like,
interesting.
useful as.
The concept that he might not even be a captain.
I hope he's on the team with Ninomiya and he can learn some stuff from the people he's with.
That would be interesting if like he's not the captain on it. I feel like that's what's going to happen is he's going to have to be an agent for a separate captain, which I think Osamu will be able to do. He's never been this guy who needs to be in charge. He wanted Yuma to be in charge at first, so
Yeah, of course. Like,
And Yuma was like, I don't know, man. I just kind of want to go and do my thing.
yeah, I'm just a GG machine over here. I'm not the strategy mind.
Yeah, like he's smart, but not in that, he's not really super good at minding everybody else's, stuff.
Yeah,
He's off, more off the fly.
yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
But,
I'm interested to see how this goes, but I'm pretty sure, like, I'm pretty sure it's going to be based off the captain. Like,
What do you mean? Oh yeah.
like based off of the captain's choices on their thing.
Well, I don't
Like, I
know.
think
Yeah,
that
I
makes
mean,
sense.
I feel like they are going to shake it up, and some captains are not because you'd have to like test other people's ability to be captains too. I think it's too general of a test to really be like.
Yeah, I don't think they're
only
just going to
captains.
reroute all the captains. I think that, yes, there's going to be some of them that remain and some of them that aren't.
I think that's honestly more interesting.
Osamu being one of them, that's probably not going to be it.
I also think that's just like a more interesting prospect than just the captains just get new squads. It's just everybody gets shuffled to a point where captains are agents and agents are captains.
Yeah.
Uh,
Placing different roles and such.
for sure. But I'm interested. I'm interested to see. Great chapter of World Trigger. I'm so sad it's only one chapter a month. Only one? Come on, man. You can't leave us like that. But you guys ready to move on? It's time to randomize.
Oh, yeah.
X-Men. All right, we have two X-Men books this week. We are starting off with X-Men number 14. This is 10 of Swords, part 12 of 22. Last we left off, the champions of Krakoa have descended upon the Starlight Citadel, and Apocalypse has just realized that his wife has been Annihilation this whole time. So, you know, now he's just moping outside.
Yeah. And his
He's not really even looking at anything. He's just literally walked outside so he could stare at the grass.
taking some fresh air. Like, man, I need a breather.
Damn. I haven't seen her in years, and now she's my sworn enemy.
And now this. Ugh.
Ugh. Yeah, that's when Genesis
Sheesh.
appears again, and Genesis is like, "Are you hiding, bitch?"
Did you come here to take refuse? She does not let him. She doesn't. She's mean.
She is mean.
She's mean. Maybe sometimes I can be a little sensitive. Like, all right, earlier this morning, I was making some bacon, and my girlfriend was like, "You're gonna burn the bacon," and I caught such an attitude. I was like, "You couldn't have said it nicer."
Sometimes that
happens.
happens.
Sensitive, right? It happens. And I was feeling vulnerable.
I mean, that way too.
Because
then it just gets it just gets more
So-
like, "You don't believe in me."
Look, I admit I was being sensitive, but this bitch, Genesis, she is mean.
Yeah, no.
Apocalypse did nothing wrong, What I've
Apocalypse-
seen so far.
Apocalypse has literally like been a good boy this whole time, just like
Yeah, he's like, I had multiple events in Marvel.
I never
I caused
remarried.
Mad rap. Yeah, I lost a lot of times, but so did you, bitch.
Actually, quite the contrary. Apparently, like Genesis has just been kicking ass, and
Yeah.
has just come to rub it in. Essentially,
Yeah.
it's actually pretty. Like she shows up, and they're basically talking. She's like, "Why you have? So you have the Twilight Sword now? You just have it now. The end of the worst sword in the world. You just have it.
You have you forgotten?
You know the thing that split our island in two, and caused you to go to hell, bitch." And Genesis is like, "Yeah, I got it, but it's not as dangerous as I am. I'm pretty cool. It was actually pretty easy work to get it." So yeah, basically they go off and they have a conversation, and basically we get the same.
Wait. Before we even get into that, here's a real petty moment, right? So she says, all right, Apocalypse gets really upset, because he's talking to her about the fucking sword and all of that. And she goes on to say, do you know what happened to us, such and such? We don't have to fight or whatever. We're just going to talk. And she, it's like everything she says is taking a little stab at him.
Cuts
Like
a
she's
knife.
saying, yeah, she's like, because like Apocalypse is physically upset. She's like, don't worry about it, man. Don't you want to hear about what really happened?
Stop
Come on,
overthinking
why don't we go over here? Because I know you'd much rather talk
Yeah.
than do other things.
Yeah.
Yo,
You're right.
I was mad for him, and then she called him M. Nabasur. She didn't even say about him.
And so,
Yeah.
yeah, she used his
I
government.
don't know this clown ass alias that you're going with. now.
You know that's not my name. You know my name is Apocalypse now, or better yet, call me.
You don't see this A on my belt? The fuck? You
It doesn't
bitches,
say-
you blind?
it doesn't say
That
E.
make you blind too?
It doesn't say E for Ensabanur. It's
Nah, she was just really rude. She was just really rude to him.
Apocalypse has the patience of a saint too. He's just like, all right, let's talk.
They all walk together. Bro, that's his wife. Not even his ex. That is still his wife.
Yeah, that is
that
still
he's
his
just
wife.
been missing.
They're
for
holding
hundreds.
hands. It's kind of sweet. His
That's
big ass
weird.
doofy hands as they walk down, and she goes to tell him tales of hell.
Tales of hell, yeah, literal hell.
So yeah, we get again the mutants' history of Rocco, plus the fallen world of Amenth, and these little things on the side of the pages sometimes of these informational things where it says like the one land, ex Okara, ex Rocco. I read them sometimes. Yeah. The one at the very bottom says Summoner Lies, and I think, which is basically what she said to him earlier. She's like, yeah, and do you want to hear what happened to me? Because the Summer's been lying to you and telling us what's really been happening with you, but lying to you about us. And which is another insult that Apocalypse has to burden. He's like had his grandson basically lie to his face about his wife.
Yeah.
But anyway, you know the story. We've gone over it a little bit. Things do change. We do get a little bit more perspective, but you know the story. First, starts on Oraka. Fucking the Twilight Sword breaks through, and the Amenth demons also pull up. In order to save the planet, Genesis and the Four Horsemen enter Arako, the other half of Krakoa, and as it descends into Hell, which is basically Amenth, in order to keep the Amenth from coming out and fucking shit up on Earth. When they first got there, they find a bunch of dead Amenth demons because the White Sword has just been killing all of them all the time. And that has given them...
They sent them in earlier, like way earlier before like they closed the gap.
Right. So that bought them enough time to kind of set up their facilities. They created 10 towers, and from those towers, they fucked shit up on the daily. But they were pretty much imprisoned in those towers. She references that moment where she basically tells this guy he's a coward, and she threatened to cut his head off because he told them that they would lose against the Amenth demons. So she's like, you know what? I'll show you this. And then, she fucks off with an army of Arako mutants as they go through and start killing demons. And eventually they find the White Sword. He's an external. He's a healer. And he is the baddest man on Arako. But he went crazy because he's been, for thousands and thousands of years, he's just been fighting demons with his 100 champions. They all die every day, and every morning he resurrects them.
He's an Okara mutant. An external. Wow, that is crazy. He's actually an external.
Yeah, the Okara mutants are apparently like just OP. Like, I don't know how the Krakoan mutants are going to do anything against them because they seem to be absolute monsters.
For sure, this guy.
There's this moment where like she explains what happened between them in a little bit. Is that he went crazy, and when the Arakan mutant shows up, he just starts killing them too, because he's just lost his mind. All he knows is war. So and she mentions that it wasn't that he just killed us. It's that the first time we lost since we got here, it's because one of our own went wild and killed us. So she fucked off and tried to go back home because fuck this noise. And where she finds Iska the Unbeaten. And she at first is like, yo, my sister's back. Yay.
You came back from Emmett?
Yeah, you came back to join us in Arako. Hey.
What up?
And she's like, no, I know you guys are losing. So, I'm here on behalf of Annihilation. Annihilation would like to parlay. So, Genesis ain't scared. She's like, you know what? All right. I'll go see what this bitch wants. And
literally, not for any reason, but just, I ain't no bitch. I just took an L, but I'm about to bounce back and smoke this shit.
I'm about to bounce back.
Let's see what he has to say.
Yeah. She goes over, and she actually discovers, I don't know if this was, like, revealed before, but...
No.
Yeah, apparently the Amenth demons have just been snatching mutants from Arako. And
the actual mutants that scrambled at first, when they first got there, remember they said like a tenth of them bounced?
You're right.
The Amenth demons captured them and have been breeding with them to make this army of demon, not nasty, but,
demon mutant hybrids.
Mutants, yeah.
So, yeah, that's what the Amenth army has, and that's why they're such a big deal. Like, if they were the demons on their own, probably wouldn't be so bad, but now they also have like X-Men powers.
Oh yeah,
not great.
Like, I mean, Genesis kind of spoke about it from the aspect of, like, I was mad because that was our family. I don't think she was.
Well, that's the threat that I'm perceiving, but also, you're right. Genesis does say like,
you know what? No, that's a point. I didn't realize that they had X-Men powers, and that's
no bueno.
That's gonna play that matters later.
Yeah, but Josh is right though. She was more like, they basically just bred our people forcibly, and like.
Yeah, she's like, sorry, we can't just kill all of them. Damn. But she was still mad. As soon as Annihilation showed his masked face. Yeah, she was like, square up, and then they fought. And this is where the new information comes in: is that Summoner told Apocalypse when he first got
when he was explaining this history is that Genesis died here. But actually, Genesis kicked Annihilation's ass and took the crown from them.
Yeah, and then came back home. Didn't want to put it on, sent him out.
Yep, because if you put it on, you're pretty much dead, I guess. And you don't really want to be ruler of this place, because whoever wears this thing has to be queen of it or king of it. But because she hesitated wearing it so long, the Emmett demons just go fucking berserk. And because there's no one to keep them in check anymore. So they don't care. They'll just like storm you until you can't handle it anymore.
And it's not even that they were just storming it. It wasn't the normal hordes that they were used to. These were X-Men powered hordes as well.
Yeah. It wasn't just.
So
like
they
the
destroyed
regular
them one of them towers, and that was it, man. They lost. Yo.
Yeah, even like as she watched a bunch of mutants just die and they destroyed the towers and all that stuff, she still refused to put it on. But she heard of, the alchemist mutants that helped build them. They just got impatient because she was there thinking like, yo, we gotta wait it out. Apocalypse is gonna come back with this army of Krakoan Krakoan mutants, and we'll be good. But all these mutant alchemists are like, fuck that shit. And they got impatient. They sent the summoner through. And that's basically where, we pick up what we know. The rest is history. Summoner shows up on Krakoa. All this shit gets set into motion. And she's like, and yeah, that's how... I forgot this little tidbit. While the summoner was gone, Genesis finally decided to put on the helmet of Annihilation, and she basically, I think she just became possessed by it.
Yeah. But she's not weak, so she didn't die immediately, and she still has her own personality, kind of. Mm-hmm. But her will has been taken over by Annihilation, and everything it wants to do, she wants to do now too.
Right. It's
one of those, like, I'm still your wife, but not really.
No,
it was interesting. It was. At first, I didn't really care for the issue because I just felt like, we've heard all of this already, and it's too similar,
Yeah.
Hickman does this a lot, and usually it's really entertaining, but they kind of did it too much.
I actually have a note about that
story. But after going through this again, I think it was really important because through the story now we understand exactly what happened, and it's not simply a matter of his wife got taken over. She made a conscious decision. She knew what was going to happen, and she was like, you know what, it's time because shit. Oh, it's already, we already said that the whole point of sealing us off was to keep these demons away and these portals out. And once the people started fleeing, that was it. She was like, man, fuck this shit.
Yeah.
I'm going to get my mutant army, and we out. We're going to take over the world.
Yeah, and, we cut back to the present. Apocalypse is like, you can still fight Annihilation. She's like, nah, she's too strong. I can't do anything. We're fucked here. And Apocalypse is like, look, man, I built something here for all mutants, including you. If you fight this, we can still, like, kind of figure this out, and you guys can live on Krakoa with us. And she's like, yeah, I'm not going to live on your soft little baby boy island with your soft little baby boys. I'm gonna kill you guys and, take over Krakoa. And that's that. And that's where the issue kind of ends. It's like, I'll see what you got, but I ain't losing. This was I really enjoyed this issue. Josh, what you felt about like the story happening again? I felt about the last time they did this, because my note about it is that this is the third time they've told this story. And pretty much 3 times in a row, because the X-Men books in particular were the telling of these stories. We had the first one with the Summoner, we had Apocalypse tell his version, and now we have Genesis tell hers. So I think what Hickman was trying to do here, because this is what he does, like Hickman lives in the stories that he doesn't tell. Like he's kind of like a master of withholding information from people. He basically did this Rashomon kind of story where it's the same story from 3 different points of view. And this is like hopefully the final part of it, because if the next X-Men issue is just the story from like War's point of view, I'm gonna be like, all right.
All
right.
I'm not mad. I'm not dissatisfied. I was just kind of like, as I got through it, I understood that nothing was going to be magnified that much. It's just kind of, the little bit of information.
Yeah.
What else?
I like this.
It was cool. It helped that there was another issue up next.
Yeah.
In my mind, as I read it, as I got to the end, and I was like, That's it.
Yeah, as much as
But-
I did enjoy this X-Men issue, we have to move on to our next one. Marauders number 14, 10 of Swords, part 13 out of 22. I liked X-Men a lot. This was my VGI.
Certified VGI.
Certified very good issue.
Yeah, mine too.
You know,
I'll say that.
oh boy. Okay, so as we found out last week, the champions of Krakoa and Araco are not going to just start fighting immediately. They're going to have a dinner together, and then they're going to fight the next day, I guess. Parlay. And this issue is pretty much that dinner. We open up in kind of the afternoon, the evening. You know, the sun's going down, whatever. Everybody's just chilling. Champions of both Araco and Krakoan are kind of mingling.
Mhm.
They're just chilling at this dinner party. Poggerpog is like, Poggerpog's throat is quenched. Bring forth libations so it couldn't be drenched. And I'm like, God damn it, Poggerpog. Cypher is just chilling in the corner, just terrified for his life. I think he's trying to talk to somebody. He just goes, hey, I don't know who he's talking to.
He says hey to Iska.
Oh, no.
And she's like,
Was it Iska? I thought he was saying hey to
not Iska, to
Bay the
Moon?
Blood Moon or something.
Blood Moon.
Yeah, he goes hey to Blood Moon, and then Blood Moon's just like, avert thy eyes, soft boy.
Yeah, she violated.
Yeah, it's not fun. I love Bay the Blood Moon.
Soft boy.
Soft boy, that's
Fucking
exactly
soft.
what you called him.
Yeah, Storm walks up to Logan and is like, I know what you're thinking. And Wolverine's like, I know. You're going to try to stop. You're going to try to talk me out of it. And Storm's like, nope, just don't miss. And, the dinner starts to commence. Magic and Poggerpog have a funny moment. And then they enter the dining room. Big 2-page spread. Big dramatic goblet table. All right, Saturnine.
Yeah, right. Saturday. He is one interesting character. Man. She is just.
Like if
I don't know what is good with Hickman in this character, man.
If
I don't
Extra
know
was a
what,
person.
no.
Yeah, this table kind of sucks. I wouldn't buy this shit.
You wouldn't have it in your dining banquet hall?
He's like, yeah,
fuck that.
TBH.
Not good. And what's
Just
with
looks
the
kind of
cloth?
stupid.
It's the cloth that really fucks it up because the tablecloth is dumb. There's a bunch.
Yeah,
of...
but the shape. Why is it the shape of a? Just get a regular ass table from IKEA and call it a day, dude.
There's
Like,
no
come
IKEA
on.
in Otherworld. Leave.
Yo,
Are you kidding me? Of
Poggerpog
course, there's an
says-
IKEA in Otherworld.
Yo, check it out. Poggerpog's like, he says, Poggerpog's way is blocked. Make your way, lest Stevie not.
Bars.
Yo, this thing is a rhyming guy.
He's
I
spitting
realize.
bars.
He's a rhyming guy.
So mad, yeah, a rhyming guy. You know, like Solomon Grundy or whatever.
Yeah. These rhyming
So-
guys.
He's a rhymey guy. Yeah, so Magic is I guess she's talking to Magic and she's like, well, Magic couldn't give a damn.
Magic.
I was like, oh man.
Magic.
She's spicy as hell.
The best. Yeah. So basically, they all gather in this dining hall. This lady, Saturnine, she introduces all the other lords of Otherworld that are there. Pestilence is there, and she's like, "Pestilence from the Dryador Kingdom." He's like, "I told you this is not
because
the
he's not
Dryador."
fighting.
He's
Yo,
not.
Pestilence and
You're right.
and the disease person is not fighting.
Oh
I said
wow!
disease.
I didn't even notice. I thought they were all fighting.
I think he's Famine. Wait,
is Famine.
Pestilence?
No,
No, he's Famine, and yeah, Pestilence is not fighting either.
I didn't peep that. Wow. I guess. I mean, all right. So Famine's like, it's not fucking Dryador. It's a Rocco now.
God damn it! Didn't we already explain to you? Didn't I show you that fancy hologram?
Saturn. I
Where
don't
that's
want to be.
poisoning their seas and destroying all the architecture.
Listen, man. I don't want to be a stickler here, but we already had a conversation about this. It's fucking a
Right.
Rocco now.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Get it
Wolverine.
right.
Wolverine is.
She's like, anyway, so yeah, the regions of Dryador.
Yeah.
She said it again.
Yeah. I don't know if Wolverine is just sauced because he's just like starting shit left and right.
Yeah, right. Braddock, why didn't you cheat on your wife?
Dude,
you could have made
it's
this
so
whole
funny.
thing not happen.
it is a really funny exchange where Wolverine's like, "This could all be over if you just fuck Saturnine," and Brian Braddock is like, "I'm married," and he's like, "Cheat on her, cheat on her."
Do it. Who cares? I do it to protect everybody. You should too.
Damn.
And I'm just like, bro, you're wildin', son. There's no way she would have just dropped all of this after getting some. You know what I mean? Come on.
Yeah.
That was not going to be the case. Nice try, Wolverine. He's just.
Yeah, he just I don't know if he's like because he's been drinking all day, so I'm like he's just probably sauced and feeling some type of way. But
Betsy says, "Back the fuck up, bro."
Yeah, dude, what the fuck?
Send a mind, blow up your brain and take your spot.
Yeah, she basically tells him to fuck off. She's like, "Yeah, all right, you're getting on my nerves here." There's this cool moment, like Gorgon and Magic are chilling, just trying to like size everyone up. You know, they're trying to find they're like guessing who's which dominant hand for each warrior of Araku. He's like, War's right-handed.
Yo, they are on it. Magic has not stopped. Gorgon's too. He's like, yeah.
Yeah. Oh man, the language of spice is in full effect here, as they're just like, yeah, War is right-handed. I think we could take him on. Chunky Dinosaur seems to be a bit of a problem, but you know,
it's going to be a problem. I like how she admits it.
Yeah. So what do you think? What do you think Iska's deal is? And they try to figure out all stealth. They drop their glasses, and then Iska catches both of them with both her hands because she cannot be beaten.
Yeah, right.
She is ambidextrous.
She can't be beaten. she may not even be ambidextrous, but she needed to be in that moment to win that little petty exchange. So for that moment, she was ambidextrous.
God, imagine the power to be so undefeatable that you even win in every petty exchange.
Every petty exchange.
If
you had the last word in every argument.
Talking mad shit in Fortnite.
Right. Because it complains.
Being constantly correct in Overwatch. It's so good. So yeah, she's ambidextrous. Gorgon's like, ambidextrous. And then she tries it on them. She's like, how about you guys? She drops the glasses that she just caught. And Magic uses her limbo powers to just teleport the ship, like open a gate, like Portal, like the video game Portal. She does it on the floor, lands from the ceiling, and they catch it, not a drop spilled. And Iska's like,
this is so extra.
I'm living for it.
Well, the funny thing is, they're trying to find out, what hand are you? She just made this chick reveal one of her abilities, man. Like, and they don't even think about that. That's what's funny.
Yeah. Yeah,
because she says a line about, I didn't even drop a spill. Like, you can't go low on me because I know about that limbo shit. And I'm like, wow, good job, Magic. She probably didn't even know what the fuck that was about. Maybe she thought, that's your only power?
Yeah.
Portals? Easy. And she feel limbo. She's like, I know about that.
My favorite thing is at the end, Gorgon is like, yeah, she may be the real deal. Kill as many as you can, and because she's going to be a problem. It's really funny.
Kill as many as you can, as fast as you can. I feel that. Yeah, she's
the real deal here. We can't fuck around with her.
I sensed it with my badass.
Yeah, with my badass powers.
Badass powers.
My badass sensei powers. Storm has
badass,
this moment.
Recognize badass.
Storm has this moment where
this is gonna be serious.
Serious.
I'm gonna have to take this one.
Oh my god.
I might have to use 25% of my power.
I was about to say, it's like, she's going to have to make me use exactly 73.3% of my power.
Yeah.
When they're fighting, he's like,
this should be interesting.
He takes off.
Looks like that. Looks like I have to go all out. Takes off his leg weights.
Yeah. I was about to say, he takes off his gloves, and they're like 20,000 tons. Storm has this moment with Death where they, she just, I guess they just exchange spicy moment too, where they both have she literally has a dance with Death, and it's just like, yeah, I've been courting Death all my life. I've been a kid from the streets.
Yeah, I don't know I don't know the whole story behind Storm. Obviously, I've said many times I do not know the very expansive history of X-Men, but there has been a lot of points made about Storm, quote unquote, flirting with Death and almost dying, and her just kind of going hard to not die. Apparently, she has died in a couple of events.
Sure.
I think in what's one of the events? No.
Age of Apocalypse?
No.
Onslaught?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I don't know
I'm
either.
sorry.
But
He
yeah,
died
looks
at
like-
some point though.
Looks
but
like
I
Death
guess
has
it-
been. Looks like Death has been watching a lot of Little Mermaid.
Yeah, I mean, I guess.
This is Saturnized layer. I don't know what's going on here with the art and all of that, but I guess I'm for it. I don't mind the octopus.
I feel like this
Pretty
is
cool.
just like a cool little moment where Storm gets to be like, I'm not afraid of death, bitch. I'm coming
Yeah,
for
she
you."
stood up to him, man. She was a no punk. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah. They all finally sit down for dinner. Wolverine sits right next to Saturnine. War just tries to poison Wolverine right off the bat.
You think that's poison? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
poison.
what else would it be? You think she's just salting his
I don't
food?
know. I thought she was being petty and was like putting mad salt on his food or something.
That'd be hilarious.
Like to be a jerk. Cause like I don't know why you think they're scared.
It feels
Right.
Scared
weird.
of Wolverine. I don't know.
I thought that
he's
like
putting
it had to be poison.
he's
yeah,
putting the
fine.
Ryzen from Breaking Bad in there.
Yeah, ricin. That's really
The
funny.
Ryzen.
I mean, I guess she could be just being nice and be like, ugh, this is not seasoned. He is not gonna like this. Salt.
No,
salt.
like putting it on there like
Salt,
yeah,
salt, salt.
bitch. Cause she's war. You know what I mean? Like fuck you.
Yeah,
What
we
even
all
is
know
that.
We all know in war you oversalt your opponent's meats. That's
Yeah,
that's a
so
common
you're
tactic in
dehydrated
war.
tomorrow.
I believe General Patton did that.
Funny thing is, he doesn't even take a bite of his sandwich before Logan gets up and starts screaming on Saturday night.
Yeah,
like, God
immediately.
damn it.
He's like,
You
oh,
blonde bimbo.
it's so funny. Like War's probably pissed off. He's like, oh, I was gonna get him so good. And the Wolverine just immediately, almost no fucking trigger for this. He just immediately just gets up and starts shit with Saturnine. He's like, you could just stop this. Why are you doing this? Why are you making us die for this? If you wanted to, you could send these fuckers packing. Why are you doing this? And then she's like, because I'm extra. Basically, she just starts insulting him, calling him like, I know that you're, she's like, I know you have a very singular worldview, you know? And Wolverine just gets tight. He brings out his claws, and the chapter ends with him stabbing Saturnine.
Oh no, she's dead.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see.
She's like,
No.
Come on, man.
No.
I mean,
The odds of her
Dude,
actually
people,
being dead
who
are-
actually dies on the last page of a freaking
it's true.
all of it?
She's gonna be like Aizen. She's gonna come out from the bottom of the fucking goblet table and be
Yeah,
like,
you know who that was?
Ah.
That was your best friend that you just stabbed. Like, you know, looking like, oh.
I brought Dakin over here. You just stabbed your son. We're like, oh, son.
Ah,
My
God damn
boy.
it. God damn
Brian
it,
brought
Dad,
that
this is gonna
winner.
hurt a lot.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, we'll see. Maybe this is just what the catalyst is. They just start fighting right here, right now. But
That'd be hilarious.
I'm sure probably that's not what's gonna happen. Saturnine's more than likely gonna survive this, and it'll be fine. But that was Marauders. I really enjoyed this issue. Just great dialogue all around. It was good to see my favorite scene was like the Gorgon and Niska thing. That was pretty fun to
Yeah.
read. Had a good time with that. Any closing statements?
Because they're about business, man. Some of them have to be because these guys are really strong.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's all I gotta say. You guys want to move on?
Yeah.
All right. Pick up 10 of Swords. Very good. It is time to randomize.
I hope he turns his sword into some guns.
Dr. Stone. This is Dr. Stone, chapter 172. Last we left off, the science team has decided to head over to South America. They've found out the exact coordinates, longitude, latitude, as to where the source of all this bullshit is. So they're heading towards it. And as they're like chopping wood, they make landfall. And they're chopping wood and stuff. When Taiju looks up into the night sky to see hell just floating above him, like the word hell, just floating above him, he's like, "What the fuck?" And they go on to check it out, and they realize that it's a phosphorescent paint on a canvas that's being held up by some kites. So, someone has been like someone made this. It isn't just like a weird aurora in the air or in the air. And the culprit behind it just descends from the trees, and it's this girl who's in some kind of a melon or pumpkin, I guess.
Yeah.
And she's blind, so she couldn't really see, but she does know that there are people here. And, they fix her up, they give her clothes, and her name is Dr. Chelsea. She's a geologist, I think it is, or let me see. Dr. Chelsea, geographer. So, she's been there the entire time. She's been blind, and that's why she said hell instead of help. She was calling for help, but she can't see, so she wrote hell instead, with the phosphorus thing. And coincidentally, when she awakened, Zeno left a sign for her to follow, so she can meet up with them, but because she is blind and couldn't read the sign, on a 50-50 chance, she just went the other direction and got completely lost from them. So, that's a little funny. But yeah, she's basically this guy Senku basically asks like, "Hey, we need some help. We need to find a way to get to these exact coordinates. Do you know how to get there?" And then she has her own cool little science pose. She does her thing.
Yeah.
And she says, "There's one spot that'll let you cut across South America. You have to make landfall in northern Ecuador and do some mountain climbing, and then ride the Amazon River. And once you hit
what? Get on the Amazon?
Well, you gotta slide. You gotta slide down.
Oh, they crazy?
They gotta slide down the Amazon River like a water slide, and then once they hit land, I guess they gotta walk the rest of the way. Yeah, this is the.
I don't know about that, man.
I mean, what other?
They got pythons, anacondas. Bro, you never seen the movie Anaconda?
No, I'd never seen Anaconda.
My anaconda,
Oh my god.
My anaconda.
Bro, the fucking huge snakes
They'll be fine.
that'll gobble you up. Nah, man. They got mosquitoes that'll tear through your...
Yeah, but they have Tsukasa, who's
Who's
got
that?
this big Final Fantasy's two-edged thing. The Warriors. They have most
He's
of the
not,
Warriors.
they're
with
not
them.
there.
Yeah, they are. They have
Oh, you're
Tsukasa
right.
and...
The Spearman is there.
Yeah, they're fine.
All right. There's piranhas out there, too.
That might kill them. That might end them. But, yeah, basically, what are we going to do when we hit land? Because they don't care about the piranhas, Josh. They know that they're going to make it past the river. So, they're not even worried. They're just worried how long they'd have to walk once they hit land. And she's like, a motorcycle will get you faster. Do you have any one of those? And then Senku's like, no, but you know what time it is. And essentially, they're going to create a motorcycle now. Pretty cool.
Interesting.
Fun little chapter. New character. Had a good time reading it. I had a better time reading it the second time over than the first time for some reason, but I enjoyed it. And seeing how I guess they're going to have a Pearliest mission because these teenagers that fought through it, like that have super strength and hyper intelligence, I guess the only thing that'll take them down is a piranha.
Bro, like, the Amazon is not a joke.
It's nothing to fuck with.
It's one of the most deadly places on the planet for human, man.
They'll be fine. They'll be okay. But yeah, that's all I got to say about it. You guys want to move on?
Yeah, I'm ready.
All right. It's time to randomize. Jujutsu Kaisen.
Oh.
Yeah, this is Jujutsu Kaisen chapter 128, The Shibuya Incident, part 45.
Damn.
Yeah, that's a long arc, man. Okay, so we have this little bit of an interlude here with the kids from the Kyoto school, I think this is. I get it mixed up, but I think these are the Kyoto school kids. I remember this guy, Mekamaru, he died. He's talking to Miwa. And I know that since he died, he still had like some of his cursed energy in this little button-sized version of him that had kind of a ticking clock to it where eventually he'll die for real. And basically that's what happens. He's talking to this girl Miwa, and he's telling her, yeah, yo, my time's up. You guys should actually turn back because Toto, it's all going to be resolved soon anyway. Toto's pretty much got a handle from here, and, you know, you guys are risking a lot by being there when it's going to be over soon. So, you know, just go back, be safe. And, you know, he says his final goodbyes to Miwa because they had, like, kind of relationship. And he says, just be happy. No matter how you do it, if you're happy, my wish will have come true. And that's when, I guess, Mekamaru finally dies. The rest of the Kyoto kids are around, and, you know, they overheard what he said, and they're talking about how, like, man, he really just said we ain't shit just now. He said we should turn back because they pretty much resolved everything without us.
Mm.
But, you know, they're half mourning it. They're just like, that's whatever. We'll just have to go over there and figure it out for ourselves. We cut back to the fucking battle at hand. And, man, everyone is putting in work.
They are scrapping.
Dude, it's wild. It's kind of evenly matched. Like, it's not, like, one-sided. Mahito is actually putting up a pretty solid fight against both of them.
Yeah, he is, man. This guy's a beast.
Yeah.
He's not a slouch. He's kind of OP, you know. So they're doing the best they can.
Yeah, he's starting to take into account that, like, yo, Toto's power, he's at max power right now. It's gonna be a while for him. Itadori is at 10% left. I'm at 40 because all of the shit I've been through, being crushed by the rush of attacks.
I love it, yo. It's literally like a fucking game, man.
He said the double's gone, like making the double, having it be destroyed. The fucking rush of attacks from Itadori, the Black Flash attack, and all because of that stupid girl. Despite being a nobody, she really left her mark. Respect!
Because Itadori wasn't really getting his hands on him otherwise. Like, prior to that, he was struggling.
Yeah. I mean, well, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah, he was struggling. I really flashed back to the part where Itadori was hammering his face into the ground. But yeah, that was after Nobara interfered. He tries to pull some sneaky shit with his, like, dead body bombs, and but Toto already sees it. He switches places, and Mahito did not anticipate that. He's like, shit, he can even do this with non-living targets? Fuck! And we get this little, like, couple panels where I don't know who's talking to Toto at this point. Maybe Toto's, like, psyching himself up when he realized. I guess, like, it's a little bit of a flashback to his mental state when he found out that.
Yeah, the last one.
Mm-hmm.
I think he was saying. Yeah, I think he was talking to this.
Yeah.
Even this cursed spirit uses Black Flash. Mm-hmm. What cursed spirit?
Mahito can use Black Flash.
Really?
Yeah, he just used it last a couple chapters ago when. Remember when Itadori was, like, getting his ass beat? He used the Black Flash on him.
Wow. Damn.
Yeah. And yeah, I guess this is actually Toto now, just thinking, like, yo, I'm falling behind.
He used the Black Flash himself.
Yeah, the fucking Mahito can use Black Flash now. I'm really falling behind. And then,
what is that again? That's the one that when it hits again, right? It's like a double.
I think so.
Something like that. Whatever. It's just a really strong hit.
Yeah, I had to remind myself. Unless, Brian, you want to check it out and see what the what the technique is. But yeah, Toto can just do the Black Flash now. I don't know if he just literally pulled it out of his ass or he just, like, trained himself a little bit before he got here, but he uses a Black Flash kick. Very cool. Like a big karate kick. Like, oh yeah, so fucking rad, dude. And
yeah, it is pretty cool.
Mahito's like, wow, man, no matter how strong Black Flash is, it has no effect if you can't hit my soul. And now all three of them have brought out 120% of their potential. And I'm like, Jesus. Big 2-page spread with all of them just looking cool as fuck.
Toto's like blowing a kiss to him like, yep. He's like, yeah, I know you like that kick. You can say whatever the fuck you want about it having no effect, but you was scared.
Yeah.
I know you like that.
Yeah. Brian, did you find out? Or
Yeah, it is the one where it's like the strike is it's increased to the power of 2.5 strength, essentially. Like it's a lot stronger.
That's so Jujutsu Kaisen. Can't be a whole number. It's gotta be like increases your power by.
You know why?
2.5.
Because he was already able to do the double hit. That was already part of like the type of style where that Itadori fought using, right?
Mm-hmm.
Remember, like that was kind of like the way his soul shit worked.
Yeah.
So I think the Black Flash just kind of increases the power of it. So instead of it being double, it's just that little half extra, which I think it helps.
No, it's funny. I
don't know. I think it
just
does
think
a little bit more too. I think it's like it helps for hitting the soul.
No, yeah, I'm not mad at it at all. I just think it's funny that it's very Jujutsu Kaisen to be like 2.5. To be that specific.
It's really funny.
But yeah, Mahito just like uses like a multi-blast dead person beam, just unleashes a big ass body repel at them. So much so that it like blasts them above ground. But they don't take any damage from it. They just kind of like shield themselves somehow. And the fight's been taken to the streets, boys.
Yeah.
And yeah, the chapter ends with both of them just like on the streets, about to, I guess go into their final battle. Very cool. I don't know, man. This was I had a great time reading this. Jujutsu Kaisen's action scenes are
this is a really
fun
chapter, man.
Specifically with Itadori and Todo, like they get it in. Like Itadori, no matter what, is one of those characters that no matter what the situation, he is down and dirty. He gets in with his fucking fists. It's so interesting and fun to watch. And also,
it was my RGC right away.
Oh yeah, let me. This is Josh's really good chapter of the week.
Certified RGC. Certified RGC. Certified RGC.
Yeah. Honestly, you know what? It's mine too. Why not?
Certified RGC.
Oh.
Yeah, this was the one. I think it's just like it edged it out. We have so many contenders this week. I don't think there's a chapter that came out that I didn't like, and that was
all of these were good.
It was a great week.
This is an all-star lineup right now.
It was a great week in general, but
even Dr. Stone was pretty cool.
Yeah,
but again, this chapter made me like, oh god,
anime.
I can't wait until the anime gets to this part.
I watched
the
anime.
Be fucking nuts. Yeah, the anime is fucking amazing.
Threw up the bodies, just the way they make them Mahito, they are going all in with the nastiness, man. They threw it up, and it was laughing like after, like that's cool. Yeah. I like that, man.
Yeah,
they stepping it up, man.
Yeah, I am so glad that Jujutsu Kaisen finally has its anime and it can come here. They can like dub it and it can find its audience on Toonami and it can finally get all the success it very much deserves.
Oh, it deserves.
And it looks great.
Jujutsu Kaisen is going to be big.
It looks great.
This show is so good. The anime is only going to amplify it.
Chainsaw Man's good too, though.
No, yeah, I can't wait for Chainsaw Man to get its anime. I agree. I can't wait for the same thing to happen to Chainsaw Man. I think they're probably just waiting till it ends because they might as well at this point. At least I hope that's what they're doing because Chainsaw Man deserves an anime too. But yeah, I'm glad for all of its success. Check out the anime. It is great. They did a great job. It is. Oh, are you guys ready to go? I'm sorry.
And the opening slaps. Like,
I didn't see the
hard body. What do you mean you didn't? How do you watch the anime and you didn't?
I watched clips of it. I watched like the fight when that first curse that Nobara and Itadori fought. That was pretty cool. But anyway, it's time to randomize. One Piece.
Oh yeah, baby.
One Piece chapter 994. My other name is Yamato. Oh, I thought you were going to say something, Josh.
Nope.
Last we left off, Kaido just turned serious mode and cut off the arm of Kiku using his invisible breath cuts. I don't know what he did. He just yelled and there were mad invisible cuts in the air. Kiku's arm is off. And, no fucking hesitation. Kinemon uses his Foxfire technique to ignite his sword and cauterize Kiku's wound. And he's like, "You good, Kiku? You good, Kiku Nojo?" And Kiku Nojo's like, "Of course. Yeah, I just lost my arm. I'm not no bitch Bleach character." Loses his arm. Is like,
yeah. Who's already dead.
Yeah. Oh man, and then this two-page spread happens. Yo, Kaido looks down on that little scene and he's like, "Whoa, row, 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 yes." He says, I gotta read this whole thing because he was like, "Yes, that's it. That sense of determination. I love the way of the samurai. Now Roger and Whitebeard, they did it right. It may not be the way of the times anymore, but death is what completes a person. Isn't that true? So let's end this now." Oh man,
oh my god,
I almost gave this chapter RGC just based on this two-page spread alone. Oh my god.
I like how Kinemon responds. He's like, "Man, don't see, like up yours, nigga. I don't want to. ain't nothing cool about dying to you. Fuck out of here."
It's so cool, man. I mean, I was reading this and I'm like, Kaido has like, we know the least about Kaido out of all, I think, of all the 4 warlords or 4 emperors, or at least we've seen the least of him.
You mean 5 emperors?
Shut up, Brian. They're 4 still. He's not official yet. He hasn't beaten one of them. But basically, I do like that they are able to build like so much atmosphere just based on this guy that we don't know really much about. You know what vibes I get when I read this? I'm like, yo, Kaido is like Thanos for the One Piece universe. He's this guy who like waxes poetic about death. He's constantly looking to die, but nobody can kill him. So he's like, all right, I guess I gotta kill you then. It's
like, oh wow,
yeah, so great. I can't wait to see how this turns out. But anyway, we cut back to the first castle level. Luffy, Sanji, and Jinbei are running through, beating up randos. 2 guys named Hamlet and Fortrix show up. One of them is a giraffe smile fruit user, but his back, like the giraffe extends, like it's a whole giraffe. The neck ends in the guy's body. It's no giraffe head. It's just a man with 2 swords. Just like, I've come to fuck you up with my giraffe body and me on the head.
His ears are fucking...
His ears are giraffe. Yeah, it's like his entire body is the giraffe's face.
And there's Fortrix, who's a chicken, but he grows out the ass of the chicken. Or does the chicken grow out?
Yeah.
Wait, it's like a which came first, the chicken or the egg? This one is like what comes out him.
But you could see
does the chicken come out of his ass, or does he come out?
No,
of the
he comes out of the
ass?
chicken's
legs
ass.
are pointed the other way.
Yeah.
The actual chicken.
I think it's a rooster. To be fair,
no, it says chicken smile fruit. Man. It's a chicken.
All right, chickens don't have the thing on their head like that. But yeah, I mean that's basically what it is. He's coming at this guy. He doesn't sprout the chicken out of his ass. The chicken's the main guy in charge here.
And he's sprouting out of the chicken's ass. Yes.
Oda's crazy, dude.
But his arms are coming out of his...
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So
and they're okay with it.
If you look closely, you can see that the chicken says, "Baka!"
Yeah, I didn't see that.
Sanji and Jinbei just dispatched with them easily. And the other cronies can't believe what they just saw, that Fortrix and Hamlet died. And we cut back to the performance floor where I have to correct myself because I didn't peep this the first time. The Ice Oni, the bullets that this guy uses, that Queen uses, it doesn't just turn you into a statue of an Oni demon. It makes you a fucking suicide devil that just kind of like you just indiscriminately kill people before you inevitably die. So
Ice Oni.
So yeah, that's basically what happens. It attacks friends or foe. You lose complete control of your facilities. All you do is kill until you yourself succumb to the plague rounds. One of Hyogoro's boys gets hit, and he's like, "Yo, I'm not gonna do this. I'm not gonna turn into an Ice Oni and start killing you guys.
Just kill me, please. I don't."
Well, he's got the knife pointed to himself. He's about to fucking do harakiri, and then Hyogoro's like, "No, dude, chill, dude. We'll figure it out. Don't kill yourself. You know, I'll cut you down myself if need be, but don't kill yourself, dude."
And whenever the word cure is mentioned, you know Chopper's gonna show up soon.
Speaking of which,
like I remember reading that.
Bro,
I remember reading that. I'm like,
Chopper's
oh, Chopper's next. Chopper's coming up next in this next page. I'm pretty sure.
Exactly what happens.
Lo and behold, he was.
yeah, Chopper's like, yo, I don't even know what's going on here. If I'm gonna cure everybody, I need some kind of like a sample of what's going on here. And Queen is just talking shit up top, but then he sees Apu and he drops the only antidote down to Apu. And he's like, yo, keep this safe.
So
Run
funny.
around. All you had to do is survive for an hour. And everyone's after him. Samurais, animal pirates. Zoro.
Zoro's after him.
Yeah, you see Zoro gaining.
Yeah, like this panel of Zoro chasing him in the background is just so fucking cool because Zoro.
Yeah, 'cause-
nobody wants to fuck with Zoro. Not even Apu wants to fuck with Zoro, dude.
Yeah. Chopper.
So everybody's after him. This cow
man.
guy back there.
Yo, I love
One
Zoro.
samurai person.
I love Zoro because Zoro is like the most loyal person on the planet. First thing Chopper says is like, yo, get that from him. Zoro says, say no more.
Facts.
I will make it my life's mission. I will die getting this antidote for you, Chopper. What a he's the man. So we cut back to the right brain tower. I didn't notice that that's what it was called, where Yamato is with Shinobu and Momonosuke, and she's like, I've come to save you guys, and Shinobu's like, save Lord Momonosuke, and she's like, nah, I'm coming for you too, man. I saw you 20 years ago when you were pleading with Orochi and all, yelling at people for laughing at Odin and all that stuff. It brought tears to my eyes, and the life of Kozuki Odin brought tears to my eyes. Her whole shit is interrupted by an explosion to her face, but she fucking just tanks it. She said, yo, I want you to know, Momonosuke, that when that shit went down at your house, I was on my way. But by the time I got there, it was just too late. Kaido already had you in his hands, and all I could do was watch as he dangled you over the edge. Back then, I didn't have the strength. And then she just swings her big club, knocks one of these fucking Kaido men out, and it's pretty cool. I don't know.
I don't even think she made contact with him. I think
She
she
didn't.
just swung and like the air hit him
Yeah.
or something like that.
That's what I was thinking. I was
Man.
like, is this part of her devil fruit power? Is that she could just like do impact shit? Like she could just make airwaves hit people?
Oh,
Or
does
is she
she
just
have a
that
fruit
strong?
ability?
I
Do we know for a fact?
I imagine that she does. But honestly, this could probably just be she's so fucking strong that she could just swing. her
Will
club.
she join the crew or is this Vivi?
No,
The samurais are already Vivi.
I think
And
she.
Momonosuke's already Vivi. Come on, you can't have that many Vivi. You know,
She
we all
could
know
join.
what we
I
mean
mean-
when we say Vivis, right?
She
Like
could.
Rebecca's and
She could very well
What's
join.
that?
She could because she wants to be Odin, right? So the very.
yeah.
There's a lot of
could be
theories
Odin.
going on. There's a lot of theories
Ooh.
going on about like.
Hit the drop, hit the drop, hit the drop.
What? What
You
drop?
Talk about
I'm
theories.
talking about
That's
theories,
bro.
not
That's
news.
That's news.
I'm talking about
You
theories,
also
not
tell us
news.
what's hot on the street. Ah, man.
なんというビッグニュース
Okay.
It's not big
All right,
news.
so look, people are saying that by the end of this arc, Luffy's gonna have 3 more crewmates by the end of Wano.
3.
That's what people are saying, like excluding Jinbei.
What?
Excluding Jimmy.
Carrot, Yamato, and who's
Carrot?
Maybe Mononosuke, but
Momonosuke's 10 years old. Okay, chill.
Yeah, right?
Chill,
I know
theorize.
man,
no,
it's
because
still
because
Dragon Ball,
so there's a lot of theories about it. Like there's a bunch of different people that people are talking about, but Yamato is obviously like at the top of everyone's list for joining the Straw Hats. They have Smoker. I don't think he's gonna join.
For
I don't know why
what?
the fuck they're suggesting
this
he's gonna
point?
join.
He's not even here.
Well, maybe Sasaki will join. He had that
But-
moment earlier with the samurai.
there's
It was
the
pretty
girl who like
Imagine.
takes shit off her cheek. They're saying that she's gonna join.
She's
but
a
that's not
little
happening.
girl.
funny. The
What is
dumpling
this?
girl. Oh
Um,
man, I
Okay,
forgot
look.
about them in the first place.
I can see Carrot and I can see Yamato. I can see 2 people. People are just grasping at straws with 3. It's crazy.
but That's one theory. But there's also they're also saying that every chapter Luffy's gonna go up another level, and then at chapter 1000, that's when he's gonna
Oh, wow.
like go up against Kaido.
How many floors are there? I didn't even peep that.
So there's 6 chapters until chapter 1000, and he has to go 6 floors
flights
up
to get to the roof.
to the roof.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's
And
pretty
yeah,
cool.
last chapter he went up one level since the last chapter. So it does
Okay.
look like
basement before.
Listen.
he's
Well, the math
going
gets
up.
kind of fucked up because next week One Piece is off.
Fuck.
Oh.
But Oda did
Maybe
say
he'll
that he
skip a
wanted
few
to hit chapter 1000 before the end of the years.
I don't think because
I don't think that's gonna happen. What, November and December? How many?
There's 8
Yeah,
weeks
he can do
left.
it. He can do it. He can
7
do it.
now.
He can do it.
He's losing one
He
by
can do
being
it.
off next week. I think he can do
There's-
it. It'll probably be the very last week of December,
Yeah.
which is going to result in a 2-week break for Jump. So we probably won't. He'll probably hit 1,000, and then it'll be another week before we have any more.
Oh my god.
I really hope he has like a special like a double long chapter for 1,000. Like I really hope
I would hope he
like
would
a
wait.
20-page chapter.
I would hope he would wait for the new year so he could have that. But who knows what he's gonna do. Oda's never been
But
one
yeah.
to really celebrate that shit. Like chapter 500 was just a regular, no color page. It was just like a regular chapter.
Nothing.
So
Yeah, this
I mean,
is
maybe for
very
1,000.
complicated.
1,000 is like a landmark that not many series reach. So
True that.
So here's why I say like people are saying that Mononosuke is going to join. They're saying that he's going to try to follow in the footsteps of Odin and travel as Luffy's apprentice on the ship to learn and become stronger. And Kinemon, if he survives this shit, is going to take over as the
Shogun of
temporary leader. Yeah, as temporary shogun
Well,
until
Mononosuke goes travel.
Mononosuke is ready to go. Yeah.
My thing
And-
is, I'm sorry, he has nothing to add to the crew.
I mean, he does. He has
What?
he has Odin's second sword, and we still don't
Yeah, but
know
he's
a
10
lot
years
about
old.
his dragon fruit or what exactly that brings to the table yet.
look, man.
They already got a zone on the crew, man.
I
And
don't- I think Momonosuke will be back because he can control
Yeah.
Zoe. So I think whatever they got. Oh, geez, Josh. Josh, are you back?
Yeah, I don't know what just happened.
Yeah, that was.
Was that me?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
anyway, what I was saying is, I think he'll be back because he can talk to Zoe, and I think that will be relevant later. So I don't see him gone from the story, but he's not going with them. I think it's gonna be Yamato, and maybe Carrot, and I would be fine with that. It would actually be pretty cool to have
I
like.
think Carrot's kind of lame.
I love Carrot. You forgot Carrot? What she could do with the fucking moonlight shit?
Yeah, but still.
I love Carrot. She's a scrapper.
She's
like
again. What does she bring to the crew?
she's fun.
Yeah, exactly.
She's a fun character. What's wrong with it?
Bunny girl. What is she gonna fulfill some?
If Yamato does join the crew, though, she's going to be an apprentice. Like that's going to be her role on the crew.
Well, she was.
itself.
She's gonna be there because she wants. She's not gonna be an apprentice. Who's she gonna? Who,
No, but that's what Odin was when
Odin
he
was-
went on
She
an
would
apprentice.
just represent.
Yeah, he
Odin,
was an
period.
apprentice.
I think that's what would be.
No, he just
important.
went with
and,
Roger.
Like, there wouldn't really need to be a reason other than just she's Odin.
no, he
I don't
wasn't
know,
an
maybe she
apprentice
knows
of Roger's.
everything.
He just wanted to go with Roger on the ship. And
Yeah.
and Roger was like, "All right, you're here."
Yeah, he didn't even need to play a role. He was just strong.
He was very
He can help
influenced
him.
by Roger. Like I think Roger changed his worldview about a lot of things, but he wasn't his apprentice formally. He was.
That's why I feel like she's a candidate to join the crew. I don't think it's super likely. I think it's maybe I'm looking at it like it's a 30% chance.
I think that's just too many characters to like include both Yamato and Carrot, or like even three. Just
Oh,
characters.
you really on Carrot? What's your percentage chance? You think it's?
I think
more
it's
than
probably
50%?
just going to be Yamato, and Carrot's probably going to stay on Zoe. But
I wouldn't be mad if it
because
was just Jinbei.
that would make 11 characters that Oda has to balance. Arc to arc
Right.
until it's over. I would say like with just one of them, like 3 characters makes it. He's got to do what,
And they
12.
just got Jinbei too.
Yeah,
They just
exactly.
got him there.
So Yeah, I'm not gonna put a stake on 3, but I will say that Yamato is probably highly likely to join. But in any case, that was One Piece. Man, I like this chapter a lot. Big fan. You guys ready to move on?
Nice. And he's not taking a break next week, right?
He is taking a break. One Piece is.
Fuck.
I just said that.
Oh.
He was hoping that you would
Yeah,
say
that
that
he was
you would say
joking.
something else.
He was hoping that he didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Alright. It's time to randomize. Black Clover. This is Black Clover chapter 270 together, and
This
this
was almost my RGC.
well, it was the audience's RGC.
Certified.
Wow. It was really good.
Yeah, man.
And I want to make a point of this chapter after it's said and done.
Let me see. It won the majority. The audience poll, for you guys don't know, we're doing it on Twitter every Sunday. Follow us at New Jump City, and we post a Twitter poll every week to determine what the audience chosen really good chapter of the week is. I think Black Clover won by 50% of the vote. Yeah, Black Clover won 53% of the vote. Chainsaw Man came in second. My Hero Academia was in third, and One Piece was in fourth. And if you want to write in a chapter that wasn't on the list, because Twitter only lets me pick 4, you can write it in. I'll count it. But in any case, Black Clover was this week's audience chosen RGC. And let's get into it proper. I didn't expect it to end so soon, but last we left off, I guess Asta delivered the finishing blow on Lieb. And just by poking him in the face with the sword, and Lieb is just like, "Oh, I lost now." And I'm like, "Okay, I'll take it." Just these spikes emerge and just kind of chain him down, and Noct comes through and is like, "The preparations for the devil binding ritual are now complete. You can totally dominate this demon now."
Yeah.
And all you have to do is think. You just have to think, "Obey me," and it'll do whatever you want, and it'll operate under the terms that you set. So Asta is like, "Whoa, I see. In that case, be my friend." And everybody's like, "What?" And he's like, "What? Devils don't even know what friends are, dude. You're in the real world now. We can get through with the power of friendship." And he's basically, Noct is tight. Noct at first is like, "What are you talking about? You have no guarantee that this devil will listen to you. There's absolutely no merit in the contract like that." And Asta's like, "Well, he wasn't trying to kill me. I think he's a good guy. You know, he can feel bad for people, and you can hate people. In that case, I think we can get along." That's when Noct's devils show up, and they're like, "What a dummy. He's a dumb boy." And Noct is like, "Yes, he is." You know, and he's like, "We want to take down the same people, so let's crush the bad guys together." And Lieb looks up as Asta asks for his name. He remembers his mother, Lucida, and he's like, "I don't know if destiny exists, but man, this guy is for sure Lucida's kid." And they shake hands. The contract is made on Asta's good arm. He gets a fresh new tat.
Nice.
And the contract is complete. And Noct is like, this contract is unprecedented. Who would have thought that you would have been that foolish? Except, you chose right. He pulls a Kakashi. I remember at the end of that Bell challenge. Where he's like, "You passed by being friends."
Yeah.
I liked it. And then he's like, "However, this ain't over yet, boy." One of the demons pops up, and he's like, "People who are right aren't necessarily rewarded. And so, get stronger. In order to keep yourself from losing to unjust evil, you have to defeat me, and, that'll be your training." He turns himself into Mukro, and is... and he is like, "Fight me."
That's a cool ass design, by the way.
It was pretty cool.
I do like it.
Looks like some shit from Dishonored. Oh, well, not Dishonored. Fucking Bloodborne.
He looks like a
If you've ever
Mukro
played it.
from Pokemon. But I'm here for it. I actually like this chapter quite a bit. Again, so many contenders for RGC.
So
there were
I'm
no
going to say
runners.
this. The reason I enjoyed this chapter so much was literally because of Asta and nothing else. Let's be clear here, right? I didn't just like him. I didn't enjoy his character just in spite of you or nothing, Chris. I really have for this whole time appreciated what he represented, which is that pure positivity to keep going and keep pushing. It's super cliche, and it was very annoying. It was even annoying to me initially, but I didn't hate it just for the simple fact that he was like that. Now, I'm not saying you did. I'm just trying to tell you about what I enjoy about Asta. So you have moments like this in the story where I feel like a lot of the other times it was kind of obvious and like, man, of course he's gonna try to make friends, but that consistency matters, and it paid off in a moment like this, in my opinion, because I didn't see it coming this way. We all seen him winning against his devil somehow, some way, and being friends with him. But I didn't anticipate that being the actual, like, that was what he was supposed to get done.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously he wasn't mean to his own devils and they looked cool with him, like talking about not.
Yeah.
But it still wasn't obvious. So I just think it was well done. I was shocked for the first time in a while. And I like that he's like, yes, you know what? You are supposed to be friends. But guess what, man? Just being friends and cool ain't gonna solve your problems this time, my nigga. You're gonna have to fight and learn. So I like it. I thought it was a really cool progression because they stood consistent, and now he's gonna meet an actual challenge. He's like, you know what I'm saying? He doesn't care about him. He's gonna beat his ass until he gets better or he kills him.
Yeah. No, yeah, I agree with you. Asta's been warming up to me a little bit. I think
the devil himself too. I thought it was very clean. I liked it a lot. I thought it made a whole bunch of sense how he felt, and he even knew. He was like, this might have been the kid, like the chick's son, but he didn't care.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess at this point now he cared enough to say, you know what, I thought about it, and you definitely are, and I'm happy about this.
Yeah, yeah,
that was cool.
I totally agree.
Unawares the whole time.
Yeah, I've had my problems with Asta, and I think like just because my problems are not necessarily his personality or whatever, although I do find the fact that he's constantly screaming is crazy. I think it's just like kind of kills a lot of dramatic tension because Asta always has the answer. Like it always has felt kind of easy for him as much as he does get beat up and perseveres. Mm-hmm. It always feels like, yeah, of course. And even in like One Piece where of course it feels like there's an actual struggle and it's not as easy as like I'm gonna beat you with my sword and positivity and my push-ups. But I feel like it's getting better. I did appreciate this for what it was, this whole little arc, the flashback. I think this whole thing was well written, and Asta in moderation is pretty good to me. I like what he stands for too. I like the positivity, and it is very consistently written that way.
Yeah,
he's never not been this guy.
The flat character arc, right? As you were saying before.
Yeah, he's never not been that guy. So I appreciate that. They're not doing the fake out thing where he loses hope and then he just goes like, no, like Asta feels more. Asta feels more sure of himself, which is nice. Where it's not just like
he's very confident about it. Yeah,
where he's like, yeah, this is the right way to go. So I appreciate that. Asta's growing a little bit, but is that all you guys wanted to? Is that all? Any closing statements? All right.
Nope.
That was Black Clover, and that has been our show. Woo! Big week. Thank you guys so much for listening, watching, however you're doing it. You could find me at the Chris Espinal, at JDCole_37, at NYChillin on his Twitter for Josh, at B.ESP on Twitter and Instagram for Brian. Follow the show itself at New Jump City on Twitter and Instagram. Vote in the polls of our weekly polls for the RGC, and maybe we'll do a VGI one. Maybe I'll look ahead and see what you guys think, and then on Wednesday or something, I'll put it up. At New Jump City, email us at newjumpcitypod@gmail.com with any questions, suggestions, anything you guys you want to talk about. Comment below if you also just want to do that instead. That'll be sick. Follow at DrumFoo, at drum_foo, for the theme song guy. And I think that's it. Subscribe on YouTube, iTunes, Spotify, wherever you listen. Links are in the description of both sides, YouTube and Spotify, for each other. Man, All right. Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe, New Jump citizens.
Peace.